Hello, potato, tomato. I swapped the buttons that unmute the desktop audio and unmute the microphone by accident all the time. Hello, everybody. Hello, how's it going? Good morning, everybody, or good evening, or whatever it is for you guys. It's good to see ya. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Back to Warcraft, not so much Weekly Cup, but January Finals. The first Finals of 2026. Can you believe it? We're here already. It's incredible. We had 6 players compete throughout the month. 6 players were successful. 6 players are in a bracket. Today, the bracket consists of, check this out, Bablam. Let me zoom in. We can't be looking at these advertisements all the time. We got, to start, Death Note versus Kevin. Lami versus Lucifer. Winners will go up against Chaemiko and Starbuck. Ooh, can you believe it? It's going to be a beautiful bracket. Those are some nice-ass games, if I do say so myself, and I do dare say so myself. Do you dare declare the same? Twitch chat. Should be a good day. So yeah, a little bit of Dirty Kev versus Death, though. This is, I mean, Kevin's really been grinding recently. His MMR's been skyrocketing. Death Note, of course, over the past year, maybe 2 years, has really been putting a lot of effort, has been getting up to the top of the ladder consistently. Worth mentioning as well, It's the last day of the ladder. The ladder, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, the ladder resets tomorrow on War 3 Champions. So this will be the last day to grind it up, to see the MMRs of all the players, to get a snapshot of the ladder. Maybe we're going to say goodbye to some custom games. Maybe we're going to say goodbye to some maps, stuff like that. So exciting. Which also means that if the map pool for this tournament, because the map pool for this tournament matches that of War 3 Champions ladder, it'll be changing completely next week, potentially. There's something funny to me about Death Note versus Kevin. Oh yeah, I see that. This the drama of it all. Yeah, of course, there was a tie between Kevin and Hawk, but unfortunately, War 3 Champions just isn't working for Hawk. He's been affected the worst sometimes by certain things not working. His Discord didn't work for a long time. I remember messaging him on Twitch back and forth, and now his War 3 Champions just isn't working. Death Note seems to be able to get his to work, which is good. So Death Note's going to be able to play today. He'll be playing versus Kevin, who, if it was Hawk who could play, Death Note and Kevin would have been playing a best-of-3 to determine who made it into the round of 6. So that we would have had one extra match if Hawk could have played, and then we potentially would have had Hawk in the rest of the bracket. But we get Kevin, which is a nice treat to have. Lami, a new face. I think this is his first month of playing the Weekly Cup against Lucifer. Should be a great match there. Of course, Starbuck and Chaemiko. You better damn well know their names. You know what I'm saying? So that should be fun. We're going to start in a couple of minutes here. Should be a lot of fun. And we might have some diversity of matchups. I'm looking... We start with a human versus elf. Then we have an elf versus undead. And then either another elf versus human or an undead versus human. There's also 2 humans in the upper part of the bracket, which means if Starbuck makes it to the grand finals, the likelihood of him playing Orc will go up. But who knows? It depends on the map pool for him. The map pool, let's see what it is. What are we working with? It's not great for Orc, I'll tell you that, against human. Shallow Grave, Hammerfall, Scrimmage, Springtime, Warhail. So in a best of 5, the map pool is going to be pretty bad. In a best of 5 is not going to be great for playing Orc against human, but maybe Starbuck has some ideas of how to play given the map pool. If it does happen to be him versus a human in the grand finals, which there's of course 2 elves and an undead as well, and he's got to make it through either Lami or Lucifer. Did you watch Lin vs 40 earlier? No, but I definitely will be. I'm also still waiting for the Happy vs Focus replays from the other day. But I guess they were played on KK because same issue. Happy's that Hawk is having, Happy's having. Can't play on War 3 Champions right now. So the replays just might not ever be available. I mean, I could watch the VOD for sure, but something about the replays just hits a bit harder. But yeah, I have been watching every Lin replay that's become available because I'm an Orc player again, you see. I'm an Orc player, you see. I go from town to town building headhunters. Yeah, so that'll be our day today. We'll have 5 matches, 4 best of 3s and a best of 5. We got some fresh coffee. Not microwaved yet. Used to build against Pally Rifle similar to Armin's against Night Elf. If you know, you know. Similar to Armin's versus Night Elf. I'm not familiar, but I'll watch. And then I'll talk to Armin. I shaved today, by the way, for you guys. I just couldn't, every week, just looking at myself disheveled and like a weird angle sort of pointing down where my teeth sort of protrude out, and then not shaving on top of things. You know, my hair all tangled. Just looking at myself in the morning every Sunday and like having to start the week almost like that, you know? I couldn't do it, so I shaved today. I woke up today and I shaved. I put a little time aside. Look in the mirror for you guys, but mostly for me. So, yeah, I hope you appreciate my efforts. It took me about 2.5 minutes, guys. I mean, come on. That time is precious. Every second counts. We're going to be starting pretty soon here. Our first match, of course, is going to be Death Note versus Kevin. They're both ready. They're just getting warmed up a little bit, and then we're going to start in about 5 minutes here. There's a tournament, a game mode, a format that I've been watching a little bit. I want to know what you guys think of this, because I just started watching it pretty much yesterday. I watched one of the qualifiers. Let me move this over to my other monitor. I watched one of the qualifiers, and there's like a really big tournament. I don't know if Neo or Remo's talked about this or has been talked about on stream at all, but it's called the Don't Rush Me Cup. It's sponsored by Rulas and Hein Toon Toon. which Rulers from the FFA community. Hi, Toon, a huge sponsor in the Chinese scene of all your favorite tournaments probably right now. And just look at this stacked lineup right now. Okay, so these are all invites. Some great players from 1v1 that you know, and then some invites from FFA, probably all the best in the biz in FFA. And then some people that qualified. They're having 4 qualifiers. There was the first of that yesterday, which I watched on my stream. And there's 3 more qualifiers. 3 more open qualifiers for anybody to sign up. Now, what this format is, it's called the Don't Rush Me Cup. It essentially, you start the game, and there's a line, and it's on like it's 1v1, but it's on like free-for-all maps. So really big maps with a lot of expansions, a lot of creeps, a lot of things to do in the early game. You have like 5 expansions each. And it's a really big map, and there's a big line through the center of the map, through the line of symmetry, if, you know, everybody else went to kindergarten as well. The line of symmetry. And you're unable to cross that line with any units for 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, you can scan at the labs, so you can scan your opponent with 50 gold to reveal your opponent, to get a little scout. And you pretty much, the whole early game is just... It's like a speed run. It's like speed running Mario 64, where you just have the plan in your head and you just are perfecting it, mechanically doing everything perfectly, being super efficient, doing 10 things at once. You know, there's really interesting build orders, like human players are going like lumber mill first to really start their lumber economy. You have to make sure you get like a shredder immediately at 5 minutes when it spawns. Players are trying to get on 3, 4, even I saw Night Elf go to 5 bases. And this is all before the 11-minute, 20-second mark. You're trying to get 3 upgrades, build like 6 production buildings, and then the wall goes down in the center, and you sort of, you know, and then the game gets a little bit crazy from there. But what's really interesting is the first 11 minutes and 20 seconds. And yeah, there's this cup coming up. I think it's February something, February 23rd. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can try to cover some of that on this channel. But I just wonder if you guys have heard of this. I'm very interested in this. So this is the other thing on my mind right now, is this format. I don't really feel like playing it, but I've liked watching it quite a bit. And I think I'll leave the playing to these guys. I've yet to see an orc player play at all, so to see like Soen and just all these guys signed up. We had this before, it was kind of cool. It seems like it's going to be really boring, right? But actually, it's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. As a huge nerd, I do enjoy it. So yeah, that's so that is 3 open qualifiers. I mean, if you guys, it sounds interesting to you and you want to play, there's 3 more open qualifiers. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching them. That's a lot of Night Elf. Every tournament tends to have a lot of Night Elf. You know? I think Armin played it against Soima and Northern Isles, but maybe it was Neocasting in your place. Yeah, if it was a couple weeks ago, it would have been. But I don't quite remember. I don't think we watched any Armin games last week. He did play, though. Also, thank you to Seer Samza for the 51 months at the start of the stream. Appreciate that. It's always hard to tell which subs came when Neo was still streaming and which ones when I started the stream, when we sort of overlapped like that. But it also Zorglub, BG Morgan. I think that would have been everybody since we've started the stream. Appreciate you guys. Those are always very well represented. Yeah, they're just sort of the most pro Night Elves currently. So yeah, those are the 2 things. That's what's going on with you guys. I've been playing a lot. I managed to get 2K MMR with Undead, which happened, I guess it happened last Saturday. So it's been a little bit over a week now. I've been playing on BNet to get ready for the Warcraft III Champions season to reset, which it will be on the, I'm pretty sure it's on the 26th, so tomorrow. Almost tonight for you guys. I'm not sure what time it resets at, and then I'm going to be going hard with the Orc. My goal with Orc, 2200 MMR. Hopefully this season. It took me a whole season to get 2K with Undead. I played like a little over, close to 800 games. So once the season resets, I'm going to hope to go hard, at least for a couple days. Maybe try to get into Masters at least. Try to get 2200. 2200 might be tough. It's definitely going to be the peak of my ability. I don't take it for granted. You know, it's going to be very tricky. But that is my goal. Then if I can get 2200, then I'm going to be playing Human at 2K. Then I'm going to be playing Night Elf at 2K. I've been playing some Mini Dota. And I hear there might be some changes to Mini Dota in the new season of Warcraft III Champions. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a good day or a good month for gaming. You know, it's been a real good month. Been a good year so far. We've been enjoying it. So I can join the game. Gonna check on these guys. They're a minute late. Where is this son of a gun? Dang nabbit. Couldn't finish watching the series against 1-2-0, so don't spoil, please. Don't spoil. Don't spoil for me either, because I didn't see any of the games either, okay? Seems like we're going to be starting on scrimmage, by the way, between Kevin and Death Note. Shadow X will be in next season. It was in for quite a while in the map pool. I think it was in for a couple of seasons, and then it got removed. Gamba, maybe? Yes, let's do that. That's a good idea. But I think it's a good map. After watching it a bit more in the Dolphin Super League, I think it's a good map. I mean, particularly it's good, I feel like, for Orc. But I mean, there's room to play for every race, I think. Seems playable for every race. I wonder how it plays out for Night Elf. It's a good Warden map, right? So that's at least 2 matchups. We can play Warden. Who will win this best of 3? And especially in the pro level, Warden is very, very common these days. Kevin? Death Note. Give you guys 5 whole goddamn minutes. How about that? How's that for a prediction? It's the scrimmage goodbye tournament. Yeah, I'm thinking this might be the last tournament of scrimmage, but who knows? It hasn't necessarily gotten a positive reception, but neither did Shattered Exile. And now people are asking, like, see, we're talking about it right now, and Shattered Exile was in maybe a similar position to Scrimmage, where it was producing these really long, epic games, but none of the players were really enjoying it. A lot of people were saying it was imbalanced. They didn't like the Merc, the Assassin, and all that. So maybe Scrimmage will be gone for now, but it might come back in a few seasons. You know, you guys know I'm a fan of Warhail, even though it's a horribly imbalanced map. I like Warhail, but, you know, as a player, I have it vetoed. You know, as a player, I'm not playing Warhail, but I hope that everyone else has to play it. So it's you know, it's the two wolves in me, you know. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Anywho, we're just waiting for Death Note to join up, and then we will be starting the game. Might be a couple of join bugs, said Death Note, so hopefully we can get it going. And then Lucifer versus Lami. Should be a really interesting game. Lami obviously was active about, I want to say he was most active maybe 2015, 2016, like the GCS WCA days. I don't know how long he was inactive for, but he's definitely seemed to have not lost a ton of shape since he's been on my radar, which is the last month. But who knows? Maybe he's been playing the whole time on different servers or whatever. I don't know. But I haven't seen him a lot recently, so we will see how he plays against Lucifer. They're both around the same MMR these days. I think Lucifer may be a little bit higher than his average, and he's been playing a lot better too. He's been competing a lot. Was he in that Don't Rush Me Cup? He might have been as well. He was inactive? Okay, he was actually inactive. Yo, what's up, Akpi? How you doing, man? Thank you for the 84 months. Love you, Carson. Love you too. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support all these years. Still subbing after all these years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, we did get a join bug, but only after we actually loaded into the game, so we'll see if they can get it going. Oh, sorry, just figuring out the hosting situation here for Death Note. Might be a little bit of a difficult day for him. Alright, trying one more time. Just need to get in the game, and then we'll be playing the game. Got my Vegas mug. The one mug in my house that gets green screened out. I don't know why I choose this one consistently, but it's supposed to be Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, but it's all green, so it's all chroma keyed out. Alright, trying one more time. Praise. And I think we're in. Everybody. Pog champ. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I was worried that Death Note, don't know what I would call this. You know, like, in movies, like, you ever seen, like, Cinderella Man or something, and, like, Cinderella Man is, like, really sick, but he's like, I can work, boss, I can do it, man, I can do it. He's, like, pretending to not be sick. You know, Death Note, like, really wants to play the tournament, so he's pretending like the servers are working fine for him, even though they're not. He's like, it's fine, I could do it. But, so I was a little bit worried about that, but it seems like they're working. Seems like we're A-okay here. All right, here we go into game number 1, scrimmage. We'll see if Dirty Kev busts out the Warden here or not. Bottom left here is Dirty Kev. Going for the Demon Hunter. Upper right, Mr. Death Note with the Archmage. Keeping it standard for now. The most recent game I've seen of Kevin on this map, he went for a sort of Nature's Blessing AP rush right here and ate through the trees. And that actually was versus Death Note, now that I think of it. It was versus Death Note on ladder. I watched it a couple days ago. So that was, of course, against Death Note fast expanding here. So we'll see if Kevin goes for a similar play. He went with Panda second with that strat. But there's lots of options on this map. There's tons of options. Forward Moonwell would suggest that Kevin's going to go eventually for a Tree of Life. Pulling this camp is pretty necessary because there's 2 goddamn priests at it. One casts Inner Fire and heals, and the other just heals, but very difficult to creep this without that sort of a pull, so I like to see that incorporated there. This will be more or less successful for Death Note over here. For Kevin, Immolation, making things pretty easy for him. Will he grab a priest? Yeah, he does grab the priest. And will he go for the immediate Tree of Life? I don't see any reason not to. Wisp is scouting everything here. A little bit of damage taken, but it's taken on the Militia. As long as your footmen end up healthy, the Militia can afford to take a little bit of damage. Wisp does actually go down. That was a very high roll on that footman, I felt like. And there's the Tree of Life for Kevin. Is this a 3-farm expo for Death Note? It looks like it is, so there's the immediate Town Hall. Is this the only map where the High Priest can be pulled so it doesn't interfere? Oh, a little bit of lag for me. We can always go Flow TV, though. It's not the end of the world if we're lagging. It's the only map where the High Priest cannot be pulled. I don't know. That's a good question.
A player's forces are under attack.
This lag. Maybe, I mean, we could just go Flow TV early. I think we'll do that. Because, you know, the issue is if we wait too long... If we wait too long and then we have to, you know... We have to, like, fast forward through a 10-minute long game and all that. It's better to do it like this. It's better. You had same issues today? Yeah. Better just to do it at the start, then you don't spike in the game or nothing. And we barely have to catch up to where we were at all. It's better like this. Okay, so just gonna fast forward a little bit. We'll be back to where we were in 2 seconds. Of course, our overlay broke, though, so I gotta restart. Every time I leave a game before it's over, the overlay bugs. I wonder how to fix that. Still crazy after all these years. I didn't realize until recently that the debut of Simon and Garfunkel was the movie The Graduate. They wrote like the soundtrack for that, but they hadn't actually released an album yet. How crazy is that? We saved the consecutive streaming days streak. Yeah, Neo got out of bed in his robe with the headphones underneath the hood like this and streamed with a flu. Apparently. So yes, it has been saved. And we're here anyway. We're here every Sunday, baby. Well, not every Sunday. We're here at least 80% of Sundays. What's up, Takeshita Sakakaki? Thank you for the tier 1 subscription. I appreciate that. How are you doing? Very kind of you. Thank you for the support. Care overlay now works for fast forwarding. We're going to catch up. I got ads, so I don't know if you answered my question. What a nightmare. Nightmare for both of us. Okay, we're about to where we were in the game. You saved us from not watching the beautiful Lin game. I'm excited to watch those games, man. Really am. Maybe I'll save them for tomorrow, though. Okay, we're almost there, everybody. Is this game number 1? Yeah, first game of the day. And we might as well jump in here. All right, here we go. We're back to where we were. No lag, no spikes, no interrupting the game. Here is the expansion coming up as we saw before. Expansion coming up as we saw before. Both heroes moving across the map. Slight ships in the night there, but I think they will eventually run into each other here. And now it literally is nighttime.
Forces are under attack.
Footman whoopsie doopsie runs into the creeps. No arcane tower at either base yet.
The town is under siege.
Immolation. It's a real possibility. Shouldn't the town hall be built on this side? So that you have more of a tree line to save the peasants? Just a thought. Berserker, it could have been stolen by Death Note, and if he stole it, then he may have been able to cancel that Tree of Life, but it looks like his Town Hall is the one that's going to get canceled. Peasant's trying to power build. He's committing to saving it. Demon Hunter is going to have to TP, gets one more auto attack. Will he get it? Will he get it? Oh my god, it's so close. He kills it with the last hit of the archer. Oh. Kevin. I mean, you gotta respect Death Note for holding it, you know? You gotta respect it for being like, you're not getting that. You're not getting that. It's confidence from both players there. But Kevin with the singular final archer shot. Holy. Death Note's in a horrific position now. Truly a horrific position. All the lumber invested. It was like how far along was it? 95? My god, man. And when you take that much damage, you get barely any resources. It's essentially an entirely dead expansion. Now the Demon is going to get level 3. His expansion is up and safe. His tech is underway. Death Note is in shambles. And is it really even his fault, or was it just a super nice play from Dirty Kev? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Death Note could have canceled earlier. He also could have walked across the map with everything and gone for this cancel, but that's just sometimes how scrimmage goes. If you're indecisive for a second, the map is so large that you can't, you know, you don't have a second chance to get across and stop an expo. You have to go right away to stop it. And Death Note decided to turn around, try to defend the Demon Hunter. And now he's got a what? One base? Lumber Mill coming up. He's all-inning. He's all-inning the expo. It's a cool idea. It's a confident idea. Another one. He's getting a Lumber Mill. He's got level 3 Archmage, Greater Heal. The expo is not mined yet. Tier 2 is going to be done in 30 seconds. Militia going towards the main. He could tower the wells. Many players would think about towering the expansion, but towering the wells wouldn't be a bad call. He does have defend on the footman as well. The main issue is the Demon Hunter. Priest is going to go down, but... Oh, nice heal last second there. Oh, the immolation. Oh, sweet Jesus.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh my god, and the Berserker also. Okay, some footmen left over trying to kill the Mercs. Kevin turning around. Towers coming up in the main. AP, Ancient of Wonders, and Ancient of War. Archmage still has the Greater Heal. Panda now picked up. Demon Hunter's level 4. It's definitely an assertive decision by Death Note.
Player's forces are under attack.
Water Elemental detonated. Kevin knows how all-in Death Note is. There's no way you're doing this with an expansion. There's no way you're doing this with attack. Greater Heal going to be burned. He's trying to save it as long as he can. Damn. Towers were pretty clumped together there. Greater Heal used. AP canceled again. Can the towers get up? Tower build is nice. Just barely. Again, last second cancel. Kevin. Okay, tower gets up. There's one at least. Second one going to finish. At what cost? So all the peasants are dead. I think Kevin's held. Wouldn't Beastmaster be safer? Yeah, there are many heroes that would be better for Kevin, but I think he was feeling pretty confident and for good reason. He's up 1-0 just like that. The last Archer hit, man. Holy. Giga Chad move. But, you know, I don't really fault Death Note too much in that game, to be honest. Like, he tried to hold his cool with the Expo, tried to make a big play, saving it on 1 HP, but sometimes when you're trying to save something on 1 HP, your opponent ends up looking like the pro because they killed it with the very last bit of damage they had, and then he went for an all-in, which is a little bit unorthodox, but you know what? He tried something. Game number 2 is on Shallow Grave. Need a replay of that arrow hit? Instant replay. Neo has that technology, right? He uses that sometimes. That's crazy, man. Nice first game. We go again to a macro map. Beasts are good against Tower Rush. Having more stuff, I guess, is just good against Tower Rush. So Beastmaster's good for that reason. Maybe not the best hero, but gives you more things. What's up, Two-Face? How you doing? You're only late by 1 game. Only by 1 game. You don't show up to my stream for a week and you're just like, hey, I'm here. You don't show up to the stream, this stream for 20 minutes. And you're late now? What is this? 2-timing me. All right, we're loading into Shallow Grave. Let's see if Death Note can make a comeback here. Talking about Cinderella Man, we're saying two-timing me, which also has a very 1920s, 1930s tinge to it. You know, we're feeling old school today. And here we go. Into not the oldest map, but I suppose older than Scrimmage, Shallow Grave. A map that I feel like has just barely held into the map pool over the years, you know? I will not miss orc grinding. Well, the season resets tomorrow, alright? It's happening. We're gonna hit it hard. We're gonna hit it hard and fast, like curling. You know, hurry hard. Whatever the hell that means. But yeah, Shallow Grave, I feel like it's a very vetoed map. It's a map that is often excluded from tournaments. Not because it's bad, just because people have preferences for other maps. But it remains in the map pool. Somehow we see it every once in a while in tournaments. It's a weird one, right? The only reason it's not played very much, I think, is just because things like Springtime, Tide Hunters, Autumn Leaves, Northern Isles, because things like that exist. Shallow Grave, not the worst of maps. As bad, the creep routes are atrocious. You're not wrong, but things looking up, I saw a Hitman game yesterday where he played Blade Master, and he bugged the Frost Armor here by breaking Windwalk right under this post right here. It was very PogChamp. I need to try it out myself. No one's favorite, but not most hated. I do get mad at this map on occasion because I view maps... I judge maps quality based on the amount of things you can do in the early game, the amount of playability you have in the early game. So maps like, I feel like Hammerfall's really good for that. Tide Hunter's really good for that. I think Springtime really good for that. You know, but this map just doesn't tend to have a lot to do in the early game unless you're human or night elf, to be honest. And even human and night elf are kind of limited too. You know, there's only like 2 Ancient War positions, maybe 3 if you're counting this one. Lost Temple is really the worst offender of this because it's like you have 2 options. You creep your expansion and then you walk 40 seconds to the next camp, or you go into the center and you, like, you know, awkwardly run around trying to creep items, and then you have nothing else to do. But in the late game, it can be fun. So Keeper for Kevin, gonna get 1 footman expansion. This time will be successful for Death Note. This is a second Ancient of War over here. One thing about Shallow Grave, there's lots of real estate to build things. I have had players hide double Ancient of Winds up here and go Mass Hippogriff Riders, and I didn't scout it. I've had people build 3 workshops right here. I actually remember a game recently, 3 workshops down here. What's up, Banera 3? Thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Boulder Vale will be removed. Oh yeah, Boulder Vale. That's right. Trying to harass the expansion. If he only had a set of treants, maybe, just maybe, oh maybe, but it is going to be Kevin taking the more severe damage for now. I think Death Note saw the Hunter's Hall. Pretty sure he's seen it, so he should be aware. He's just going to do the good old attack of Moonwell. Oh, almost locks in the surround. We do be attacking Moonwells. And TPing back. Oh, there's an archer. He was trying to pull wisps to repair the Moonwell. I mean, he doesn't care about archers, though. Circlet! Circlet! Oh, my God. Oh, it was... I thought the Archmage got it there. I had to check. It was so close. The acquisition of items is a strange thing, you know? Like, does anybody know the specifics, actually, of, like, how items are, you know, how it decides which hero picks up an item when it drops? Where the best position is to more quickly grab an item? Do people actually fully understand that? It feels like Focus does, but I've never heard anybody talk about that in specifics. You know what I mean? Because like there, it looked like the Archmage was closer, but was like the angle of the Keeper in relation to the item better, so he grabbed it? Did he click it first? You know, is it better to click next to the item and then right-click it when you get close to grab it, or is it better just to directly click on the item? It's a little nerdy, but I don't feel like people talk about it a lot, you know? Ancient Protector coming up. We talk about those a lot. Death Note, of course, even if he's aware of the AP, prioritizing level 3 is not a bad call. You can always mass call Militia to deal with an AP, even if it finishes. One thing important for Death Note as well, he has the town portal, and I'm always harping on this point. If you have the TP in the early game, you can call every Militia from the main and TP to your expansion on top, even if there's 4 APs up. You TP every Militia on top of the APs. Now, he's not going to need to do that here, but maybe, just maybe, he'll have to in the future. Guard Tower coming up. I don't know if there's any shop for Death Note, is there? No, no shop. Mass Militia coming in. Archmage. It's going to take a little while to get level 3, but as long as he's farming these Treants, he should be okay. Death Note is building a shop here. SimCity improving. A third tower would make this very hard to break, but for now, it's still possible, and he's got the couple of piercing damage mercenaries to maybe cancel the third tower. Ooh, nice Treant positioning as well from Kevin. He's still got enough mana for another set. We'll see if the Arcane Tower refocuses before that cooldown is up. Another 12 seconds before it is. Level 3 on the Archmage, I think from Treants. Could he entangle the Water Elemental? No, he's got Abolish on the Priest. More Militia coming in. Death Note is not teching, by the way, and the APs are coming up. The mana was not burned for the next set of Treants, so he will have that. If he pressure the main here, he could. There is a Guard Tower now coming up. One AP up, second one up, both moving forward. These APs can probably get in range to attack this and this without being in range of these. I think that's the idea for Kevin. Footman very healthy. Archmage could use a Clarity, but he's blocked here. If not, he would go back here in Clarity. And the APs, I think, are finding that sweet spot right now. But it's going to be a long road. He's got a Glaive Thrower coming in as well soon. Glaives take forever to build, though. Ooh, 4 Wisps to repair. For Death Note, we might be getting to mass Militia TP territory. If he goes back home with his Footman, calls all these bad boys, TP's on top, he'll just kill the APs. There's nothing Kevin can do to counter that.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kevin kind of leaving his APs. Footman trying to get on top. Level 4 now on the Keeper. Glaive Thrower's here as well. Huntress of fighting. This is I want to say it's a close game. Am I wrong to say that? It feels close. A lot of Footmen potentially going to go down. APs are still healthy, but the Guard Tower is in range of this AP. Wisp doesn't need to detonate for that Water Element just yet, so it will be able to repair the Glaive Thrower. 1 AP might go down at the cost of what, though? At the cost of every Footman, it's looking like. Yep, literally every Footman is dying. This Keeper, yeah, I was going to say, has to be getting close to level 5. Second Glaive Thrower coming in. Death Note, like, it felt like a big commitment, but really it was not as big of it as it could have been. He could have mass Militia TP'd. He, in fact, still has the Town Portal, and now he's using it to get away. I'm telling you, that's the missing piece in all these defenses from human players. Consistently, I see human players struggling to deal with these APs. You have to use the Town Portal as an offensive weapon. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. He's got so much gold, though, Death Note. Mud Golem coming in. Is this Archmage just dead? It's just dead. Level 5 on the Keeper. AP still up, dealing with the workers here. There's a lot of gold for Death Note. 2,200. Is that enough for Death Note to hold on? He can Tavern Revive the Archmage. He can also maybe buy a Panda from the Tavern. He's getting the blacksmith up for rifleman. Can afford a sanctum in the back, at least. Archmage back from the tavern. Ancient of Wonders coming up. AP still up. Main base is kind of being broken. Entangle level 3, by the way. I feel like Treants would objectively be better here, but maybe he did it to try to kill the Archmage.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kevin's in such a good position now, he could just tech. He could build one more Wisp to round out his 50 supply and tech. Entangle level 3, potion used. 1,100 gold. Is he building a Mountain King? Where's the second hero? There is no second hero. The altar's dead now. Could have gotten a panda, don't you think? Don't you know, though? This AP's still up. Militia being called. Really cancel the clarity. Cancel the clarity. Okay, Sanctum coming up. Death Note. I mean, he's still mining more or less over here. Can he get Sanctums up? Can he get a second hero? Keeper's going to be level 6. Is the ultimate even worth it here? I mean, ultimate's always good on Keeper, but level 3 Treants are also really nice. Another potion is off cooldown. TP going to be needed as well, though. TP now.
Under siege.
You can't dare say that Death Note's stabilizing, but at least he's getting some tech buildings up. Archmage, look how under-leveled compared to the Keeper. AM's gonna have to TP again. He's gonna have to sell his whole inventory to buy another TP. Oh, he managed to get one. Never mind. And he's getting out of here. Gets another hunt, level 4, on his way out.
Is under siege.
And of course, this is Death Note's tournament life here, so he's trying to hold on. I don't blame him for trying to play this one out. It's still tier 1 for Kevin. Entangle can't easily be countered because there's no adept on the priests, but he's getting it. Mass Militia. Kevin did get level 6. Tranquility is online. Just no second hero ever is the main issue. Anything would have been good. Beastmaster, Panda, Naga. Even a Tinker maybe would have been good. Firelord. Kevin still isn't teching, though. He's remaining on tier 1. The expansion's slowly being killed. It's just an Archmage. That's all Death Note has. There's the Tranquility. And there's no MK to counter it. Oh, man. He's just going for the kill, going for the Archmage. Dispel is online. Does he have a path out? I'm not sure. He's trying to hold. It seems like Kevin is allowing him to hold. Last stand. Altar's up again. Can he afford a hero? Not even close. There is dust, but GG is called, and that's 2-0 for Kevin. Nice try at the end there for Death Note. I think the key to that hold is really just the Militia TP on the APs. Militia TP from the main. Deal with those APs right away. Yeah, that is 2-0. Kevin goes into the semifinals. Dirty, dirty boy with some dirty plays there. Yeah, nice try, Death Note. Very nice try to him, but Kevin 2-0. He's been practicing, and it's showing. Hey, your match is up versus Lucifer. Smile. Okay, Lami is here. Okay, so Undead versus Elf, switching gears a little bit now into our second match of the day. There we go. Okay, just doing some adminning duties. I'll do the prediction in a second. Fear not. Lucifer. Last 10 minutes were more like agony, but respect for trying hard. Yeah, no doubt. I think if he managed to squeak out a second hero, it would have been very helpful. Imagine if he had a Beastmaster at the end, like a Beastmaster level 3. Maybe he wouldn't have had enough experience, but he was getting a lot towards the end. But, yeah, it was a cool final stand, you know. The tranquility as well. Yeah, we'll see how Kevin does in the rest of the tournament. He's going to be playing against... He'll be against Chaemiko, so another human player. So we'll see if he's prepared for that. Chaemiko, obviously, at a time, one of the best players in the whole world. At a time, the best human in the world. But these days, you know, take it a little easier. Chilling a little bit. Bartending, you know. Oh, cold coffee. Oh, sweet Jesus. Lord in heaven. I'm just going to have some water instead. Hammer fall. New Gambit, yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Who lost points on Kevin? Oh, 58% Death Note, 42% Kevin. Okay, there weren't too many doubters. Who will win this best of 3? You guys 5 minutes on that one. There you go. What's up, Yangfeng? What did I miss? You missed one best of 3. You missed one best of 3. And possibly all of Dolphin Super League earlier if you weren't here for that. But for me, you missed one best of 3. Sorry, just figuring out our host situation. Okay. And we are starting. Very nice play. Have Kevin now well played for GG2 game. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We are loading in. I might have to go Flow TV because I have 300 MS to this server, but we'll try it again for a couple minutes. See if there's spikes. And if there isn't, we'll just cross our fingers and pray. And if there is, we'll just go Flow TV. Oh, very bad, apparently. Delay 2 seconds and lags. Go other, okay. Okay, we're gonna try a different server. Yeah, we got 10k ping to that server. Jesus, Weezus. Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Okay, just wait for Lami to join. I'm still not sure how to pronounce his name. It's always confusing in my head. Lami, Lami. Like he's in Motorhead. I should just start calling him Lemmy. That's a sick name for him. Lameo? Yeah, there we go. What was I calling him before? Lami? Yeah. Oh my. Oh my, Lami. What a hotel. Okay, trying another server. Lami? Lame? Lami, Lame. There's a lot. Lami. I'm gonna say Lami though, okay? Love it or hate it. This is our lives. Lami. I spy with my little eye a night elf named Lami. Hello, Saul. How are you, my friend? How are you? All right, game number 1, best of 3. Winner will have the luxury of playing Starbuck in the semifinals. I'm sure everyone is stoked on having to do that. Not terrified at all. Here we go, game 1 on Hammerfall. Sorry, got to see my other monitor. It's behind a water bottle and a microphone. That's what I'm doing there. Here we go. Upper left, Mr. Lami. In the bottom right, Lucifer. No ghoul pull. It's become more and more common on this map. So common that Night Elves were building their Ancient War here. Demon Hunter versus... what will it be? Death Knight. Now, I don't want to brag or nothing. Lucifer does on occasion like to watch my stream. And he does know, I'm sure, about the Ted Fiends. He knows the power of Ted Fiends versus Elf. But I don't know. I guess he just doesn't know about it. He doesn't agree. He doesn't agree. He didn't see the impact that it had on my life, on my livelihood, on my psyche, on everything, about my aura. He just didn't see it. But I would love to see a little bit of Ted Fiends. We'll probably see something like a Fast Expo, but let's check out Lami. Wait, there's Witch Doctor games? There's Witch Doctor games I missed? Oh my god, I'm excited. Okay, Lami going for the item. It's a ring. Not going straight cross map with the item. Creeping the whole camp. That is, I'd like to say, unorthodox. Now he's going across, but he's too late to stop this. Expansion will be crapped by the time the Demon Hunter gets here. Watch Lin Fortitude. Oh my god. I can't wait. Okay, Wisp is getting pressured. There's only one to detonate. Lucifer, you're just going to have the big boy left by the time the Demon Hunter gets here. Oof, the fake coil into the real deal. 2 ghouls microed away. A 3rd ghoul gets bashed. That one cannot be coiled because there's no mana currently. But what will Lami go for? He wants to go for the big last hit. Look at the reposition from Lucifer. This guy is gaming right now. That was clean. But you know why the reason it was clean? Is because the Demon Hunter was 30 seconds later than he should have been. Now a surround. Ziggurat does come up. He canceled a ghoul to build the Nerubian. But no ghouls lost. There was a little spike there, so we're at the point in the game where we're considering whether or not to go Flow TV. Crystal Ball, no doubt scouting the Tree of Life. But Lucifer has to calculate whether or not he has the ability to go for that cancel. Does he have healthy ghouls? He's got a couple. That Nerubian making a lot of space to get across the map for Lucifer. I think he's going to get the cancel, you guys. My staff teleportation, no doubt. Where are the archers, though? They're not in position. He's got 1 archer in position. This is going to be close. The ghouls were pulled late by Lucifer. Those 2 ghouls from the main that were healthy needed to be here right away. Okay, 1 ghoul microed away. So far, 0 ghouls lost by Lucifer. Where are those 2 healthy ghouls? Oh, it's close. It's canceled, I think. 1 more auto attack from the Death Knight's all he needs. All the ghouls get saved, too. Look at the micro. He has a coil. Lucifer's out of his mind. This is some micro from the bad boy over here, man. Oh, my God. It's a perfect game. Okay, this 1 ghoul's now dead. It's no longer a perfect game because he misrallied a ghoul, unless he gets the block. How much of a god gamer is Lucifer today? Okay, he does lose 1 to a whoopsie doopsie. But, like, I gotta tell you guys, it doesn't get much better than this from an undead's perspective. Bringing the aura back in. The cherry on top is a surround on the Demon Hunter. Staff will be off cooldown soon, but is it soon enough? I think this is a TP if he can replace the surround, which he does not do. Re-surrounds the demon. 4 seconds on the staff. He's got a TP. Lucifer, this game has been extraordinary. Jesus Wheezes. Tree of Life being re-erected for Lami, and this whole game has been one big erection for me. Demon Hunter, not going to quite get level 3. But we'll get illusions. Good for scouting. Good for creeping. Chop creep for Lucifer. Another ritual dagger to heal up that Death Knight. God, that was perfect. It really doesn't get much better than that. 0 ghouls lost. Full experience from the creep. Ziggurat uncancelled and up. Tree of Life canceled right away. Losing 1 ghoul, yeah, but force the TP on the Demon Hunter. Like, you just don't get... You don't get more out of the early game than that at this level. You just don't. It's like the average happy game versus Elf. That's what it looks like. The average happy game versus Elf is the best possible game for every other undead versus Elf. And now into the main we go. Demon staffing back on reaction. He is level 3, so I doubt this is going to do much. But maybe if he can find that Tree of Life, he can delay it a little bit. Oh. 3 ghouls being pressured. Monkey Bomb! What's up, man? Happy to resub with my fave Carson. Thank you for the 27 months. Appreciate that, Monkey Bomb. Wisps being pressured. Tree of Life is found. Cannibalized, by the way. We also hear the sounds of the Shredder picked up by Lami a little bit earlier. Shredder is found. Imagine he got the surround on the Shredder. Jesus. And ghouls going back home. It's hard to say how many ghouls were actually lost. Demon Hunter's chasing some down, but I really don't know unless you were keeping an eye on the count over here. Again, nice micro from Lucifer. One ghoul died here. Keeping the Shredder away from the trees for a while, though, is going to lower the lumber. But still double tech building and tier 3 on the way. It's actually fine. So, a playable game for Lami here. Nerubian. Okay, it does. Get the demon in time. Starbuck has not played yet. This is only our second series of the day. Starbuck will play fourth today. There's the Naga being picked up. Tree of Life. Gonna be mining soon.
The town is under siege.
Lami gonna go for the next consumable.
Are under attack.
Oh, pressures the Wisps before they get to the mine. That's a nice delay. If you can't cancel the gold mine, it's always good to find the Wisps. Excuse me. Greater heal. Yeah, DH level 4 already. There is a coil available, maybe an archer. Skeletons will finish that archer. And Dryads coming out. Shredder working away. We have the upgrades for Lami. And there is a Naga out, but if we check this base really quick. Triple Crypt Gargs coming up, which the Demon Hunter did just scout. Lich is out now as well. And Slaughterhouse coming up. For maybe an early, not just a statue, but an early meat wagon with Disease Cloud. It is the year 2026 of our Lord. It is the year of the Disease Cloud, okay? Against Elf at least. Mana Pot. Coiled Nova? Greater Heal burned. Okay. Luckily, he had 2 consumables. I wonder... You could have the argument of what was better. Steal the experience or force the Greater Heal there. But maybe Lucifer also didn't check the items. But I'll let you guys decide what you thought was better there. I probably would have gone for the Sasquatch personally, but maybe that's why I'm a noob. Attack upgrade check. 1-0 done. 2-0 gonna be finished on the time by the time tier 3 is done. If you watch any Pro Undead, you know if you're gonna play Gargs, you have 3-0 as early as you possibly can. That's just what you do. That's just what you do. You have no excuse to do otherwise. For Lami, maybe an armor upgrade on the Dryads. 1-0 with 1-1 on the way. Master Training did just finish. And he does creep a Panda third. True, Barry, true. Put some respect on my goddamn name. Or keep it out of your mouth. One or the... I don't know which is better. One or the other. I'll let you decide. No, I'm gonna decide, actually. I run this town. Ensnare. Gonna be a dead Garg unless there's a mana pot. It will be. First Garg blood. Some juicy Garg bones there for Lami to snack on. But a gargoyle's made out of rocks. You need to be one of those, like, weird YouTubers that eat stuff, you know? And not the mukbangers, okay? I'm talking about, like, the LA beasts to eat a gargoyle, you know? 1 orb. Would love to see a second orb. I like the very early panda from Lami. Oftentimes, you'll go for the quick level 3 Naga, but to just get a panda while there's still creeps on the map is great. Green camp being crept. Lucifer trying to get this red. I think he will successfully get it. There is a coil, is there not? Oh, needed to burn a mana pot there, I guess. There is another coil to save the Lich. And Lucifer got the the meat from that creep camp.
Player's forces are under attack.
My actually doesn't see the creeping there. Goes right by him. I don't think he knows. I mean, he chose kind of the worst pathing to actually scout for. Isn't Lucifer an old school undead pro? Yes, he is. One of the most legendary RTS players of all time, Lucifer. He's still gaming, and he's playing really well. No Boneyard surprises me. I do think the addition of one Frostworm very good, but... Oh, the Cannibalize. Lucifer getting a little bit too fancy for his own good there. Going to lose those ghouls. 3-0 late, by the way. 3-0 should have been started a long time ago. And I do think Lucifer should go for the Dreadlord third. When Panda, go Dreadlord. Well, he's not 49. I think he's 39. I think he's born in 86. Just like Moon and Grubby and Lynn and all those guys. I think they're all born in 86. Or 87, something like that. That's a lot of Gargs. Haze Fire. Stone form before the fire, so they didn't take the damage. I think Heal Scroll will be burned pretty soon. Heal Ward on the ground. Very hard to click when there's that much chaos going on. 55 against 69 supply. Nice. But no worm means you don't really get to finish your food. With one worm, all these units get slowed. Tree Life canceled. We see another gold mine coming up for Lucifer as well, if we look on the right side of the map. Heal Ward value goes back to it. And 3-0 finishing as well. Disease Cloud finishing for the A-Bomb. It's a different approach. You know, some players will go for the early Frostworm. Lucifer going for the early double statue with the early Disease Cloud Abomination, which is, you know, you can't say it's bad, can you? You can't say it's bad. You wouldn't dare say that. Heal Scroll grabbed. There's still some creeps left. No Dreadlord third surprises me. You might think, oh, why go Dreadlord? You don't need Vamp Aura. He's not going Hippogriffs. The point of the Dreadlord is to sleep the Panda to make his cooldown usage inefficient. So he uses Haze, you use Sleep, you Stone Form before the fire goes off, you Unstone Form. You know, he tries to use Breath of Fire, but you Sleep right before he uses it, and then he has to use it like 5 seconds later. Because if you allow the Panda to just use Haze Fire, Haze Fire, Haze Fire, Mana Pot, Haze Fire, Haze Fire, Haze Fire off cooldown over and over again, that's when the DPS starts to really stack up. So you have to think about that. In fights, Demon Hunter, close. If these Gargs were here, he would have been dead. Mountain Giant on the way. Too many bears. Way too many bears. Imagine if he had a worm.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's just playing a full ground army. This sort of army will work for Lami if he goes for expo sniping. Are you obsing with N64 controller? No, no. I may not be the best observer, but believe me, I'd be even worse with an N64 controller. But yeah, if he just goes for a run by and just kills the gold mine, TP's out, that's the best play with this amount of bears against Gargs. Because Gargs are really good if you fight them directly and you can't hit up, but they don't kill things that fast when it comes to bears. So you can sort of just run into their base and kill things. Triple Orb. Maybe that's good enough anti-air. A Mountain Giant and Triple Orb. Map is crept out. A tree going to be canceled again, I believe. And the Mai is going for sort of the hit and run style with bears, because Gargs, again, really good in a direct fight. They're going to take forever to kill buildings. Bears will kill this whole thing, and there's nowhere to TP to unless Lucifer TPs to the main. Okay, wait a second. He pops Destros, and he's actually killing the main. I said it was going to take him forever, but Nature's Blessing wasn't done. The Tree of Eternity's dead, bro. It's dead. Just like that, it's dead. I guess when you have 87 supply, 3/2 Gargs, you can kind of kill buildings decently fast. Lucifer, no town portal, everybody. But Lami, a little bit timid to commit in thus far. Lucifer, he's just running back as well. No TP at all. Ran across the entire map. The positioning here just hasn't been great. Now the Gargs are here. DK level 5. Does coil that one Garg that took a bit too much damage. I mean, there's just not really enough anti-air. But Lucifer realizing he's so far ahead, he's just going to keep kiting. Why commit into a fight when you're in such a great, fantastic position? Just take it slow. Fight with your towers. Fight with a shop. Is there a shop here? No. Panda being focused. Will it be staffed out? Of course it will be. Heal ward on the ground in the face of all this chaos. Heal ward on the ground is doing a lot. And forces a TP right away. Not sure how many Gargs died. A-bomb almost died and one Garg almost died. 2 bears were left. I think Lucifer's got this one in the bag. This tree has been dead. There's 2,200 gold there. Panda is alive. Oh, a Dryad died as well. I don't know why that Dryad was out there, but... I mean, one thing for Lami, I suppose, is that Lucifer's been high upkeep for ages, so he's not going to have a big bank. Good luck next. I can't play more. Nice. Okay. 2-0 for Lucifer. And now we'll move on to Chaemiko, I suppose. Well, do I pay out the prediction? Yeah, the prediction gets paid out. The prediction gets paid out for that one. That was Hammerfall. Well played, Lucifer. He'll move on to the semifinals, which will be our next match after this. For now, we're going to have, or he'll be playing, so Lucifer will be playing Starbuck? Who's Lucifer playing? Oh, yeah, he's playing Kevin. And then Lucifer will play Starbuck. Yes, Lucifer's playing Starbuck, and Kevin is now playing Chaemiko. And they're doing the vetoes. All right. So our day gets shortened a little bit, but we still got 3 great matches left. 2 more best-of-3s and a best-of-5. We haven't even seen Starbuck yet. We're just about to see Chaemiko right now. Can Kevin repeat what he did to Death Note? Is the main question. Let's just put this 2-0. And Chaemiko versus Kevin. And this will be Starbuck versus Lucifer. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that early game for Lucifer, though, really. After that, as long as you macro correctly into Gargs, after you get your Expo up really clean, you get a Tree of Life cancel, and they go Naga second, it's like, dude, they're just asking for mass Gargs. I'm paying out the prediction. It's getting paid out in full. It's getting paid out in full, and we'll do a new one. By the way, did I say thank you, Monkey Bomb? I did, right? Thank you again, though, Monkey Bomb. Appreciate you. Who will win this best-of-3? Dirty Kev? Or the legend Chaemiko? 5 minutes. Need to cancel the bet because it's forfeit win? Nope. You bet on the guy that forfeited. GG. Welcome to esports. Oh, I slipped on my... the aura loss. Who forfeited? Lami. after 1-0. We start on Springtime, and then we'll go to Shallow Grave and Hammerfall. I'm not saying it, Carson. Don't worry. Hey, man, I just run the tournament, all right? I just make sure all the players show up. What they do after that is up to them, okay? All right, we're trying out a host. We might be right into this series, though, potentially. We might be right into it. Yep, seems like we are. Good luck, have fun, exchange by both. Shout out to both players for being really fast with the vetoes and really available. As soon as the game was done on stream, Kevin at Chaemiko vetoes. What a legend. And Chaemiko, of course, just got home from work. It's super late in Korea. And he's ready to play. He's ready to game. I respect it, man. Both these guys. Same with Lucifer. He was, as soon as the game was done on stream, the first match, he was at Lami, let's go. So, based. Poggers. It's always nice to run tournaments when everyone's like that. And here's 1-0. Kevin versus Chaemiko. Kevin beat Death Note. Can he beat Chaemiko? Carson, why always so handsome, by the way? I'm handsome today because, you see, I shaved, actually, for the stream. I cleaned up for you guys. And I brushed my hair as well, because I had a little bit of extra time. You see, that's why so handsome. Thank you for noticing. Appreciate that. Woo. Demon Hunter for Kevin in the upper left. Archmage for Chaemiko. Kristen Noddy, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome to the January finals of the Back to Warcraft Cup. We just had 2 series. Kevin versus Death Note. Kevin was successful. Lami versus Lucifer. Lucifer was successful. Now we're having both the semifinals. Kevin's going to be playing Chaemiko, and then Lucifer is going to be playing Starbuck right after this. And then a grand final. Ancient of War is in such a position that you would oftentimes see them creep the red camp. You'd see them go like Merc into green into red with like a Fire Lord. I just don't think it's possible with a Demon Hunter, though. Archmage is out. Ring. The movement would suggest 1 base for Chaemiko. We'll see. Footman did scout. Kevin's already taken a lot of damage on both archers. This could get risky here. Hires the priest. Inner fire on everything. Archmage is here. Footman did get ensnared, but the Ancient of War is dead. Is Chaemiko going to just tower rush? Cancel the tech, build a lumber mill all in?
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, the Footman block as well. This guy just got home from work. Turned the computer on. This is the first 3 minutes of his game. What a legend. No warm-up, straight in. Final is best of 5. And yeah, very, very fast. Was this 2 farm? 2 farm, no tower. I love this play style from Human. I like to think if I was a Human player, I would play more like this. You know, less expo based and more aggressive, really fast 2 farm tech based. Because it is based to play like this. It is. This is how Starshaped played back in 2007. He knew. He was right about a lot of things, that guy. Demon Hunter. Maybe gonna find another Footman. And Kevin, does he just not rebuild the Ancient War? Does he just eat his losses? Maybe pick up the Berserker? Does. Archer ensnared. Is there going to be a reveal? Footmen are going down to the lab. So this creep will be successful, but I think this Archer will die in a second. It's the reveal. Boom goes the dynamite. Cloak of Shadows for the demon. And Chaemiko. Is he going to try and snag these creeps? Dude, look how little Kevin was able to creep from this.
Town is under siege.
Very unfortunate. He's just going to go for the next Merc.
A player's forces are under attack.
Another Berserker. He doesn't need the Ancient War for production, but he may need it for protection in the defensive structure sort of way. Okay, Cloak. Cloak against the creeps. Priest, yeah, to heal up that Demon Hunter. And Chaemiko is giving a lot of space. I feel like if Chaemiko only knew what Kevin was doing right now, he'd be in the base hitting wisps. Parry up to Vitality. Unfortunate. Could have been a Ring of Regen right there. Imagine that. God, it's such a good item, Ring of Regen. Wisp. Safe for now. Tier 2, done in 15 seconds. Blood Mage and First Rifleman on their way out as well. So you notice how ahead Chaemiko's tech is. A full minute about is his tech. Because the Blood Mage is already out. Okay, tree finishes. No Wisps have died so far. Not a lot of juice has been used either. The Mercenary Army comes in. Okay, Kevin has a lot of lumber and gold. He could build double lore. He could do single lore shop tier 3. He could get a second hero and build a shop. He could do a lot of things. There's one lore. This will be level 3 for the Demon Hunter. Will he grab a Naga? There it is. And with the sight of the Blood Mage, with the sight of the low-level Archmage, Kevin probably knows Chaemiko's going for some sort of push, but it's not so telegraphed when it's Blood Mage, I feel like. Like, sometimes people will creep all the way to level 3 on both heroes and then push. Sometimes they'll go with level 2 Blood Mage, I think at a minimum. There's lots of different timings. Kevin going in for the Priest right away. One Footman also gets ensnared. Rifleman's going to be the next target. This is huge for Kevin. Look at the kills. And just TP's out. Those are big, big finds. Berserker will live. Priest, Footman, and Rifleman. And he just walks out the front door. I think he maybe could have gotten out of that without the TP, but still really nice snipes. Double lore and shop are up, more or less. See, a lot of players like Starbuck go for the Sork first, before the first Priest. And for that exact reason, I think it would have been a really good idea for Chaemiko. He wouldn't have lost anything there had he slowed the Demon Hunter off the rip. He's got a Sork now, so Demon Hunter not going to so easily be able to do that again. And it's really hard for Kevin to find some room to play because he's just got no Ancient War. Oftentimes you'd be creeping this right now, or you'd be creeping this. But he wasn't able to move that Ancient War anywhere because it died. So he's forced to kind of creep with the Demon Hunter, as opposed to being across the map with the Demon Hunter, harassing while creeping with the Naga. It's just not possible without an Ancient War to creep solo with your Naga. Chaemiko going to creep with both his heroes. I think his goal at this point is to get level 3 on both. We'll see, though. Kevin gets a greater mana, unfortunately. Goes for the Creep Jack. Items still up for grabs. The tracker. Kevin gonna pop the invul to try to get the last hit. Banish! You sick son of a gun, Chaemiko. Kevin will get it, though. Belt. Demon Hunter is very tanky. Heal Scroll tried to save the Priest. Fork Lightning getting a Rifleman. Militia coming. Look how quickly he called Militia. Slow on both Berserkers. Chaemiko making a lot of money moves right now. Abolish on that Berserker. This one will go down. Level 3 on the Archmage now. I think Kevin's got to back away. He's maybe overstaying his welcome. He's got no staff right now. Oh, Priest a little bit out of position. Demon Hunter getting a Rifleman. Or Sork, rather, out of position, I should say. Sork does get banished. This one gets blocked by the Rifleman. Banish is going to run out. The slow comes in. There's no staff, remember. He might have to buy something on the Demon. I don't know what he can buy, though. Staff of Teleportation. He's risking it. Luckily, human army, not a ton of damage right now. What a scrappy game. Moonwells are dry, and he's only tier 2, though. There's no rejuve around the corner. Maybe Kevin shouldn't have been so aggressive for that reason, but he also might have to be aggressive for that reason. It's a tough position. Moonstone. Clarity, so that the Moonwells are a bit more efficient on the health. Oh, sorry. Trying to open Discord to make sure we're not screwing up our admin duties. We're okay. Potion of Healing 2 times purchased. Scroll the Beast found. Maybe not the best if it's countered by a singular Wisp. There's no staff. He didn't buy a Staff of Preservation on the Demon. Second potion used. Level 4 on the DH. I mean, I know he's got a lot of things to do, but he might want to think about retraining into Mana Burn soon. Because if not, this Blood Mage is just going to control the whole game. Wisps come in for the Detonate. That's huge for Kevin. Dryad positioning is good. Naga still very healthy. Demon Hunter still healthy enough. With Staff of Teleportation available in 10 seconds. Blood Mage did get level 3. The Militia Call's been really good. 34 against 40 currently. Demon Hunter. Careful! Kevin maybe going to go grab a heal scroll. Siphon to the Sork. Okay, so Kevin's going to buy heal scroll and staff out here. Oh, he might have to TP now, though. Invis Pot and Dust. Dispel? The Dispel from Chaemiko. GG is called. Insta Dispel on that, that Invis Pot. Nicely done. Really well played to Chaemiko. Some nice moves from Kevin as well. Seems like we got a competitive series on our hands. Oh, it's a barn burner, everybody. Because that was Kevin playing after the Ancient of War loss, don't forget. He was playing from behind the whole time. From minute 3, he was behind, so. You gotta think what would happen if he was able to successfully get that creep, or at least keep the Ancient of War alive, you know? At least. Should message Starbuck as well. Where is Starbuck? Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Okay, we go on to Shallow Grave. Kevin, what the hell are you doing? I mean, he was playing pretty well. That's what he was doing. What do you mean? All right. I imagine it's going to be a much different game this time around. Probably see some sort of fast expansion play. Maybe even keeper play from Kevin. That's what he played. Versus Death Note successfully. But maybe Chaemiko is just a mad lad and just always plays one base these days. Oh, vodka on the water bottle trick. I mean, I could just have vodka in a vodka bottle on stream, I guess. I mean, Neil might get mad at me, but the reality is the content would be incredible. Bottom right, Chaemiko, up 1-0. Kevin, upper left. Standard Ancient War positioning this time around. Not going to mess around anymore. I mean, losing DH, that was unnecessary. I didn't get quite a look at the gold, but yeah, he wanted to get a heal scroll from the shop. You're right that he could have just staffed out right away. He could have also probably ran away with the rest of the army and gotten away, but he wanted to get the heal scroll. Chaemiko had a really nice siphon into the Sork, into the slow right away, into the insta invis pot dispel. It was a couple of nice plays from Chaemiko that Kevin didn't calculate. Okay, Archmage versus Demon Hunter. Nice lightning shield there. I feel like you can get all 3, but it's okay. I mean, the Demon Hunter's out and the creep is almost done already anyway, so more or less. One more auto attack on that. You're okay. You can do it. You can auto attack it once more, Kevin. I would never lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. Oh no, not like that. I didn't mean that, Kevin. Oh no. Chaemiko gonna do the Merc camp first. I'm sorry, I should have looked away. I should have looked away. You lied to him? I lied to him. One mana ceiling. He listened? He shouldn't have listened to me. Oh no. And you're already just shy of level 2 with that creep camp, so now he's even more shy of level 2. Nice split of the peasants. Chaemiko just eats his losses, loses 2, but he probably would have lost realistically 3 if he just kept them all in a line. Kevin does steal the priest. Okay, this is going to get him level 2 now. There we go. That's one way to creep. Creep your opponent's units. Footman over here looking for a quick tree of life, but Kevin is playing 1 base. Chaemiko also seems to be playing 1 base. Yeah, this is looking like 1 base. Again, the Archer Shadow Melded. Is there going to be a reveal? Is this base open? No, just barely not open. And Kevin actually manages to move away the Archer. I think he saw Chaemiko microing his peasants in the main, so he realized he could move away the Archer because Chaemiko wasn't looking. Giga Chad. Berserker picked up now. Militia over here. Kevin. Oh, luckily, Chaemiko hadn't started that creep camp, or else that would have been grand a disaster. That would have been probably 4 or 5 peasants going down. Kevin aware of the moves that Chaemiko's trying to make. He's trying to clobber together level 3. If a Staff of Teleportation Wisp trick happened, it would be devastating. The Wisp is moving across. I think that's the intention of this Wisp. And Demon's gonna buy Staff. Kevin. Yeah, he knows. Circlet maybe too, just to bolster the attack. Yup. Great minds, Kevin. Great minds. But Archmage does get level 3. It just took him a little bit too long to go for the play. He's trying to creep to level 3 before doing that. Arcane Tower's not up. Hunter's Hall might be canceled. I think Kevin should still go for the Wisp play, though. It's gonna make the game very messy, but I think he should do it. I guess he's not really rushed to do so. He can kill some footmen, get level 3 here. Chaemiko with good pressure. Level 3. Make no mistake, this is a huge amount of damage from Chaemiko, but Kevin can counter it all. There's no goddamn Arcane Tower. And the crazy thing is, Chaemiko's taking so much damage on the footman as well, that if the Demon Hunter gets mana and goes in, what does Chaemiko do to defend? I really think Kevin should focus on the Wisp play sooner rather than later. He needs mana, though. He needs mana big time. See, now a tower's coming up. He's still got 500 lumber, by the way. Oh, he's still got 500 lumber.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
A town is under siege.
Okay, Moonwells. Floor's being canceled. Okay, does cancel on time. Wisp is on the move. Okay, all our hopes and dreams are coming true. Kevin, quickly. Quickly now, Kevin. Quickly. Success. Into the main. Arcane Tower upgraded immediately. Level 2 Immolation, full mana. Circlet, parry up to Vitality. The only question is, does the Mountain King rally back here to help defend? Look at the base build from Chaemiko. Oh, what a god. Now, if Kevin had done this, like, earlier, this obviously wouldn't have happened like this. AP coming up in the back. Mountain King, okay, doesn't rally towards the back. Sick base build from Chaemiko. Oh, man. This is some Giga Chad stuff right here, dude. He just TP's out. I guess he had the staff on this side, eh? It still wouldn't have mattered, though. This is just really nice Sim City right here. Damn. Well done to Chaemiko. But again, if Kevin had gone earlier, he could just pass below Blacksmith? You think? I don't know. You tell me, Starbuck. I don't know, man. You tell me. I think he can. I mean, I just assumed he couldn't because he didn't, you know? Because I'm a nice guy. Either way, Chaemiko in a pretty great position. Let's not forget the amount of damage Chaemiko just did before that. I was just understating the amount of damage because I figured Kevin had the opportunity to counterattack and do a lot more. But unfortunately, Kevin's counterattack was really just perfectly countered. Is Kevin ranked top 50? I think Kevin's like 28th right now. No, that's on War 3 Champions. Never mind. He's 28 on War 3 Champions. I don't know what he is in the world rankings. Probably top 50, yeah. Maybe even top 30, to be honest with you. Kevin's damn good, all right? Kevin's my hero. Chaemiko. Doesn't need anyone to be rooting for him to be successful. Mountain King's on the way to level 3. Dude, this guy just gets home and just starts gaming right away. Gets off work, straight to it. Straight to a Power rush that thing. He's 41, it seems. There we go. Demon Hunter level 4. Are we still able to email you questions? Sure. You can Discord me questions. You can email me questions. Whatever you want. One of the Wind could be nice. Naga close to level 3. Archmage. Is Archmage trying to get 4? I mean, he might just want a nice item. Honk is good. God, I can't get over this. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Priestess 3rd, bear training is done, right? It's not up researching, it's done. Oh, he's playing Archer Bear with Quick Try Hero. The sacred texts, he's read them. There's no town portal. Let's get the Bone Chimes. Unfortunately, not going to be very useful right now. And here comes Chaemiko, the Potom. Enough time to rally elsewhere, but not enough time to grab the orb, potentially, before the shop goes down. Yeah, 5 seconds. Unlucky, no Orb of Venom.
The town is under siege.
Autumn comes out, bolted immediately. I don't know if there was a safer place to rally. Maybe here. Slow. Trying to detonate the slow. Soaking up all the Moonwells with the Potom that is now dead anyway. Oh, Kevin. Kevin, it's unfortunate. 55 supply against 40. It's going to take a god-dang miracle, if I could curse. Mountain King. One more bolt left. Potom could come back out. Shredder already dead. Staff out on the Demon Hunter. There's a rejuve. There's no shop for potions. Lot of mana on the Naga still. And the Mountain King is out. Can the heroes carry for Dirty Kev? Bolt. Oh, he had one more bolt. He just barely eked out enough mana, and unfortunately, the hero run for Kevin is going to be no longer. GG, good luck is called. A nice try to Kevin today. But Chaemiko's gaming. He is definitely gaming. Yeah, just a couple things. The Ancient War loss in the first game, unfortunate, right? Just a little bit too late for that staff play, even though it was the right idea. He was setting up for it. He just needed to be a little bit quicker. All it would have taken would to be have a wisp across the map earlier. He just thought of it a little bit too late, and then had to move the wisp all the way across the map. By then, Chaemiko was level 3 and in his base. Imagine 20 seconds later, or rather 20 seconds earlier, staffing into the main of Chaemiko. It would have been nearing a GG play. But that is 2-0. Chaemiko. Damn good. Damn good today. And now we have Lucifer versus Starbuck. GG's Chase Strong. No doubt, no doubt. All right, 2 series left for today. Our first game of Starbuck, who's been patiently waiting. And then the grand finals of Chaemiko versus the winner. Starbuck needs 5 minutes. I say no problem, and we will go into a 4-minute break, and I'll get a coffee before this series. Stay tuned. We'll be back with Lucifer versus Starbuck to determine the second grand finalist. BRB. Hi, sorry. How long was it on 0 for? How long was it on 0? Did it take a long time? My roommate was telling me about UFC. Well, I asked about UFC last night because I didn't see it, so I asked. Then we were talking about it, and then I was out there, and I was like, I need to get a coffee, but we were still talking about it. Apologize for all I have done. I'll do a prediction and make up for it, okay? Nobody noticed? We good? Hell yeah. Yeah, Chaemiko won that one. And then let's do a new prediction. Oh, I misspelled prediction. There we go. Who will win this best of 3? I feel like I made the last one a little bit too long, but we'll just commit. We've been doing 5-minuters all day. Even though this matchup could easily be done in 5 minutes because it's human versus undead. But they haven't done vetoes yet, so we're chilling. We'll do 5 minutes. There you go. There you guys go. Play this. Damn, pretty quick day so far. But we do have a full best of 5 after this. I guess that's what happens when it's 2-0, 2-0, and then only a 1-0. So either Bucky or Lucy will be against Chae in the final. Correct. Oh my god, Starbuck's playing Orc. Giga Chad. And Lucifer goes, what? With like 80 T's in all caps when Starbuck says I play Orc. Happened with Lami, he got 1-0'd and then said, that's it, I'm done. That's it, it's over. The series, he said the series is over. Front page promotion program, you've been selected. Oh yeah. I get front page on my channel. On what day? The 2nd of February. I hope that's nobody's birthday or Valentine's Day or anything like that. I don't think it is. I just sort of chose a random day. Poggers. That'll be good. Wait, February 2nd. Okay, that's Monday. Perfect. Very good indeed. Anyway, enough about my the stream that's not this stream. Semifinals, baby. Semifinals. Lucifer, Starbuck playing Orc. He's really a man of the people. He truly is. I respect him going for the content. You know, it makes everybody enjoys seeing Orc every once in a while. You know, we don't see enough of it. So we gotta root for Starbuck here. He went with Orc. You know, he's doing it for you and I. Here's game number 1 on Springtime. Upper left is Lucifer with a fantastic, well, one game that we've seen of him today, but it was a really, really solid game. That early game versus Lami was crisp and clean and smooth and exactly what you would expect from somebody at the peak of their performance recently. Starbuck playing Orc. We don't often get to see him in other matchups other than Orc versus Human, so this is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. He's going to go with the Farseer Grunt into Headhunters, which I do think is, I mean, minus the Grunt part, I think it's Farseer Headhunters in general is good against Undead. Starbuck will play Orc. I want to change my bet. Starbuck's always been very unpredictable. You're betting on the unpredictable one, okay? Lucifer's been playing Undead for 25 years. That's the guy you want to bet on. If you're going to want to bet on consistency, okay? Of race selection, at least. No, well, actually, what do you think of it? Lucifer has played a lot of Orc in the past. We've seen him play Night Elf in the past. This is the day of streaming where we learn about gambling, okay? Dang nabbit. Expect the unexpectable, exactly. Nice little block on the Acolyte. Like, it's good to kill the Acolyte. It's a pretty standard part of the matchup, but oftentimes you waste a lot of time as the Orc chasing it down. You need to either send a wolf or both wolves.
The player's forces are under
which, you know, kind of wastes your first summon of wolves to chase it, or if you're a Blade Master, you need to burn a Windwalk to kill it. But Starbuck gets a really clean block and kills it with really out-wasting any time. The whole point of that Acolyte, most of the time, is to delay the Orc as long as possible, because you're going to lose it one way or the other. You just want to buy time with it so that you as the Undead can have some space to creep. Skeleton, scouting the center. Starbuck wants this for level 2. Lucifer, same diff. Nerubian Tower and Tech will come up as soon as he's got the gold. Does Starbuck get a surround here? This is just clean as heck. Look, it's surrounded slightly out of vision. If the DK, if Lucifer, or if Starbuck was creeping the standard position of the camp, he would have coil stealed that. But because he pulled it and surrounded it, it was out of vision of the coil steal. Chain Lightning secures that. Maybe Lucifer can get a surround on the Grunt? No, it doesn't even get that, unfortunately. And no aura means no regeneration yet on the DK. He didn't return any lumber on the ghouls. So he's at 0 lumber right now. Nice Ritual Dagger. A little bit of a cancel. Starbuck's just going to keep on creeping. Lucifer, what's his next play? I mean, he could creep the Merc, he could creep his expansion. He could go for a shop, but it's a little bit trickier. But he's got to go soon, because soon enough Starbuck's going to be level 3, and then he's going to be in his face. Starbuck might want to go back for salves. He could creep this and go for salves, or he looks like he's going to go for the shop and then go for salves. So Starbuck is going to be favored in this early game, but Lucifer at least will be given the space to creep himself up to level 3 most likely. The illusion pull into snagging the item. Skeleton continues to scout, which is easier said than done. Make no mistake about that. Lucifer is running in. Ambitious coil there. Instead just goes for the Farseer. Lucifer loves his Cannibalize, and you can't really blame him, can you? Wolves being a little bit annoying, forcing another coil, but soon they'll be resummoned. If Starbuck wants to do anything, there they are. TC. Does the TC indicate a tier 2 expansion?
Player's forces are under attack.
We have no other tech buildings yet. He's building something now. Bestiary must be. It has to be a tier 2 expo, right? That's got to be the only play with this sort of a build. We'll see. Always interesting to see how Starbuck approaches these matchups, because he's got his own way of playing. He's definitely got his own unique way of playing. He's just going to keep creeping. Double consumable. Lucifer still not level 3. He does have a 1 in negation, so 1 wolf would actually give him the level 3 if he wants to burn that. Lich on the way, tier 3 on the way for Lucifer. Lucifer really should just play prioritizing heal scrolls and play mass ghouls with upgrades and some Destros. That's, in my opinion, the best army he can make. He should get 1-0 for the ghouls already. And there is a tier 3 tech now for Starbuck. So no Shadow second. The issue with going TC like this is you can get bullied by the Lich and level 1... the Lich and level 3 Death Knight. You can get bullied because you have no Hex. So he really could lose some Headhunters here. Coil. There's a Nova that's going to be Potion of Vulnerability or Town Portal. This is the weakness of giving space to the Undead. And look, he's got no Hex. So he's got Speed Scroll away. But still pretty clean. Gets the whole camp. Starbuck's up a decent amount of creeping this game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Already level 2 Torn Chieftain. Early Temple of the Damned. You sick son of a gun, Lucifer. That Headhunter is going to die. Stomp! He doesn't have a TP. Oh my god, he could have got surrounded there and lost his Death Knight. But he's okay for now. He's got another coil and another Nova as well. Soon, another Nova at least. They'll be necromancers, by the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
Unholy Frenzy Pit Lord? Anyone? But Starbuck continues to creep. It's damn nice. There's the Orb. Frenzy on the way. Master Training for the Necromancers on the way as well. And Starbuck is going to have a lot of things, but he's not going to have walkers.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I don't see Starbuck really going into the main and seeing the Necros anytime soon. He might send a Wolf in, but I don't see him actually doing an assertive push before Necros are finished, so we'll see how this plays out. One thing is true, though. Starbuck has out-crept Lucifer quite a bit. Look at the levels. He's been very confidently moving across the map with headhunters. You watch players like Starbuck, you watch players like Hitman. They make the game look so simple. Just creep, forehead. Just keep creeping. If you get creep jacked, micro then. You know, save your units, don't take too much damage, but then as soon as you get out of the fight, just keep creeping. Never stop, ever. Seen Lucifer trying to make aggressive moves, but not really making anything happen. Starbuck, this is his first real aggressive move across the map. Other than that, he's just been creeping. Ensnares, that's a dead statue. Is he really? Okay, he's got Cripple on the Torn Chieftain. Does save the statue at the cost of, so far, just one ghoul. You typically do need heal scrolls against TC and Farseer. And Holy Frenzy Lich, with a guard coming out to deal with the Wind Rider. Lucifer needs to, he's really, really playing it close to the chest right now. Chain Lightning gets another ghoul kill. Starbuck going to go for Dispel? I would argue he should. Shadowhunter's now out. Starbuck, you know what he's going to do? Just going to go back to creeping. It's really how the game was meant to be played, you know? Just keep goddamn creeping. Towers coming up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Are we going to get a meat wagon? I wonder. Maybe a red camp creep. It is Pit Lord. Unholy Frenzy Pit Lord. And Tiny Great Hall? Can't afford it right now. Gonna go for the rest of the creeps. Yeah, I don't even want to think about how many extra creeps Starbuck's got in this game, but it's been a lot. It's been a hell of a lot. Could have Cunning. It's good. It's good for the Lich. Unfortunately, it's not a Pit Lord item. Starbuck gets Kodo Aura. Unfortunately, will just have to be sold. He hasn't broken upkeep yet, though, so we can sell it, and then he can buy a Tiny. And that's good eating right there. Okay, no Meat Wagon. Only one Necromancer? No, two Necromancers.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is Lucifer's army really strong enough? I wonder. It's got no town portal, but they are both 50 supply. Okay, no, I thought that was a Tiny that just got canceled. I was like, wait a second, but no. So the towers are going to be cleaned up. Big play, although Starbuck, he's already crept level 3 Shadowhunter. Just look at the experience differential. Jesus Wheezes. Lucifer's going to need Necros to pay off big time to win this game, because the heroes are just telling all the story we need to know. At least 5 Necros and 3 Wagons win. Well, he's only about 6.5 minutes away from that. so we'll see. Lucifer should just chill. He should just go sit in his base. The map is crept out. He needs to just wait to have the army that he needs. He needs to just go sit in his... Oh, there's actually one more creep camp left. Okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, trying to snipe the item. We'll take a coil and a Nova, or just a coil. Pitlord got level 2. Stomp. He hexed something there. I'm not sure what. Unholy Frenzy. Purge lands on one of 2 Necromancers. Ensnare on the other. Oh, tried to go for a Shadowhunter surround. It was close. Coil lands. Shadowhunter 39 HP. Not a bad start to the fight, but obviously, again, Starbuck trades favorably. Shockwave would probably be better. You know, definitely could say that. Could be argued. Expansion coming up. So confident from Lucifer. We'll see if he's overconfident. The Unholy Frenzy... If the Pit Lord's overlooked, I mean, I've lost many a games. Normally, the Pit Lord has a lot better items when I've lost games like this, but I have lost many a games to an Unholy Frenzy Pit Lord. The main thing Starbuck could do, though, is Chain Stomp and Hex on the Pit Lord if it gets out of control. Say it gets level 3 with some items, like that Claws. Cripple on the Wind Rider. DK being focused. He's got a TP, he's got a heal scroll. Ambitious hero focus from Starbuck. Does he have a Hex? Does he have a Hex? No, TP out. TP's to the expansion, though. Lucifer, this is the last stand for Lucifer. He's saying, do it! Kill me! Kill me now! And I think Starbuck is going to kill him. I think, yes, he is going to kill him now. That is a big army for the Orc. The supply's still even, though. Stomp lands on the heroes. Unholy Frenzy needs to put in some work. Chain Lightning. Coil lands. Tries to hero focus the Farseer. Potion of Vulnerability available. And all 3 heroes are dead. I just don't see where the supply is. Well, it's dropping now for Lucifer. And that's 1-0. Interesting play from both, but Bucky really just got more creeps. He just got a whole lot more creeps. Yep, Farseer did outdamage all 3 heroes of Lucifer. Pog. That was game number 1. Chaemiko, of course, waiting in the wings for... Chaemiko. Or Chaemiko waiting in the wings for the winner of this. Sorry, he hosted almost an all the randoms map and there was a panic. How strong is Starbuck? He's top 10. I don't think he's actually ranked top 10 right now, but yes, he is a top 10 player in the world. Regardless of what the rankings say. Maybe he's 10th, but I'd say he's definitely in the top 10. Okay, Lucifer went for his own sort of style there. Didn't pay out, but just needs some more creeps, man. You imagine if he gets more creeps, gets some items on that Pit Lord, gets level 3 on that Pit Lord, level 3 on the Lich. It all comes down to being able to get the creeps that you need. Here we go. Game 2. Upper left, Mr. Lucifer. Bottom right, none other than Starbuck. Looks like Farseer Headhunters again, this time without a fast grunt. Okay. Is he fast teching? Oh, is this Blade fast tech? No, Farseer fast tech. It's got to be Farseer fast tech. Yeah. If Blade equal shop, if Farseer equal no shop. Yeah, Starbuck declined the invite to Super League, by the way. He was invited. He only plays tournaments on weekends these days, which is why he's able to play this, which is nice for us. We're always happy to have him. Oh, it's actually fast tech into headhunters, it looks like. The War Mill would suggest that. You gotta think, man. Crypt Lord all in. Underrated. Underrated. Oh, maybe it was last season he didn't play? You might be right, Yang Feng. You might be right. Lucifer not returning lumber on his ghouls more often than I like to see. Starbuck somehow finds the DK. I think he had vision of him earlier. But this was Lucifer trying to be sneaky. It's often that undeads will go for shop first. Like Happy, for instance, will play shop creep first. What the hell is this? What the hell is even that?
Forces are under attack.
Proxy Necropolis. Now, let's be honest. This probably won't get canceled, and it's probably going to take a long time to be killed. And look, Starbuck is building a tower because he's afraid of the Necropolis. When Lucifer isn't actually committing that hard to it, he's just going to tech. Now, his tech is quite a bit delayed because of this, but Starbuck's afraid of this. He's afraid of this Necropolis.
Forces are under attack.
He's afraid of this Necropolis.
Town is under siege.
Like, if Starbuck wasn't planning on building a barracks, due to this Necropolis, he just would. All in with web. Very interesting. Well, we'll see. Scout farm, but Scout Necropolis? Yeah, it's a very, very expensive Scout Necropolis. Nerf farms. Buff Necropoli. I'll let you guys decide whether or not this is worth it. Is it going to finish? No, he's going to cancel it. He got both center camps due to this. I mean, honestly, based. I respect it. It forced a tower. It forced a barracks that got canceled. He got both center camps. And it's confusing enough that Starbuck is probably like, wait, what is the right response? Because I'd see this Necropolis and I would go, is it better for me to let it finish? Or do I have to cancel it in fear of some sort of wacky all-in? You know, like a TP mass ghouls into my base sort of all-in or something. It makes you think. And Starbuck decides, you know what? Whatever plan you have, I'm just going to cancel it. Even though maybe the whole plan of Lucifer was, please cancel this so I have space to do something. You see what I'm getting at? Unfortunately, it was double ring from those green camps. Never lucky. Double bestiary Shadow Hunter for Starbuck. Just let it finish and put a grunt on it with pillage. Perhaps.
A player's forces are under attack.
Last hit does go to the undead there. Wolves resummoned. Starbuck still 0 experience. But it's not uncommon. Ooh, he gets that last hit, right? Yeah, he does. Hex now, double ring, and slippers. He could not be tankier armor-wise, so it's going to keep him safe. Okay, tier 3, Lich. The tier 3 is a little bit later than it would otherwise be because of the Necropolis.
A player's forces are under attack.
And will he go for the quick Garg? It's always interesting to see. Some players prefer to go for Fiends against Wind Riders. Some prefer, like Happy, to go for the 3 Garg timing with the Alchemist and the Orb on the DK. It's 2 approaches. I won't say one's better than the other. But the main thing that hinges on those strategies is to scout that your opponent is actually playing Wind Riders. Which all Lucifer knows is that there was a barracks being built earlier. He will go for the Fiend.
Player's forces are under attack.
That was a potion of invulnerability for the Shadow. Oh, the creeps are just whacking him. Oh, Coil. No, he maybe could have. He got another ring. What the hell? What the hell is even that? Yeah, you think you're going to kill this DK? Good luck, dude. Good luck, man. Scroll the BCUs. Wind Rider goes down. Huge play. No, he scouted with Skellies? Okay, he did scout. Now, in reality, these items are awful, and Lucifer is mad about it. But, you know, it's kind of funny to see. Is there a tier 3 tech? No, he's playing tier 2 Wind Riders. It's not an uncommon strategy. We've seen Focus play this. Seen Soen play it. I don't know if we've seen Lin play it, but I've never been a huge fan of this build, but gotta let Starbuck cook. Gotta let him cook. Here's the expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
Typically, with the play that Lucifer's doing, you're going to stay on 2 heroes. If you go for Gargs, you might go for an Alchemist third, but if you're going to play Fiends, you'll just try to get a really high-level Lich and DK. And save resources for Fiends that are expensive. Creeping continues. Shadow Hunter level 3 is necessary for Starbuck because he needs to be able to counter the Nova kiting. If you have no healing, that's why we don't see TC second with Wind Riders, because you just die to Nova slowly. So yeah, Shadow Hunter level 3. Unlocked, we see how he prioritized the experience on the Shadow. Lucifer. Is he going to sell any items? Probably just the slippers, right? Yeah. And then buys an orb. He's got Frenzy on the way and 2 Fiends for Web. No level 3 Lich. Oh, Coil Nova on the Shadow. There we go. Forces an inefficient heal wave. Any heal wave not used on the Wind Riders is a win for Lucifer.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Wind Riders, look at them on the edge of the map. There is a Spirit Tower preemptively, but there's probably a positioning like here. Yep, perfectly done by Starbuck. Nice reaction from Lucifer, but there's only so much you can do. He's going to lose all 5. A second Spirit Tower being upgraded. Wait, a Wind Rider almost goes down. Speed scroll away. Nova kills a Wind Rider. Potion of Invulnerability forced even though the Coil was defensive. Wait, he could chase this down. He could have chased it. It would have been Hex probably on the DK, but there was a world in which that could have happened. Expansion is coming up. This is no more lames. This is all the lames for Starbuck. And Lucifer, does he have a TP? No, he has no resource. He's gonna have to sell. Wait, don't tell me he got another ring. He got another ring? No. He got another ring from his golem. He's 14 armor. He's 17 armor. Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter! Heal scroll? Heal wave? Expo's being killed, and Expo's going to be canceled. This is going better for Lucifer. Starbuck is not getting enough done. Yeah, he's doing economic damage, but just had to burn his heal scroll. I don't know if he lost another Wind Rider. I was focused on the Death Knight with 4 goddamn rings. He's going to get another one. He's going to get another one. Wait. No, I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. Okay, Claws is what he needed. I needed it so bad. I like the ward positioning for Starbuck. He's going into a Spirit Lodge. This is full lames from Starbuck. Full goddamn lames. Level 3 Lich. He got a Slippers. Of course he did. Shop coming up in the back. Starbuck's fully aware of how weak he is right now. passes one ring. I think it's a good idea to have some of the rings on the Lich. As funny as it is to have all of them on one hero, it's correct to have some on the Lich. Starbuck creeping up. The issue is, though, with Coil Nova like this, your heroes are just going to melt in Starbuck's position. Book of the Dead found. Tower goes down. Shop has been replaced in the back. With no big mistakes out of Lucifer, it should be a tied series. But did you watch the Lin games earlier? I have not watched the Lin games yet, but I am excited to. These two are going to go down. One of two. Altar going to go down too. Yeah, Starbuck just creeping. Yeah, no TP is a little bit scary. Double claws +8. Wouldn't that be nice if Lucifer found some of those items, eh? It's all thanks to the Scout Necro. It really, truly is. I mean, Lucifer should really think about buying a town portal, but he isn't yet. Starbuck's still afraid. There is Wand of Negation, Death Note, to answer your not really question, but to respond. He did get Shaman Adept training. He's only now got Poison for the Wind Riders finishing. He's getting both red camps. Mana Stone. A little bit of a creep jack. And TP out. Recoil Nova. Something? No. Pit Lord third. Interesting, but it's fine. Howliter is always good for really high DPS armies. This is about as high DPS as it gets. And he's already, of course, got the levels he needs. Level 4, level 3. Level 2 Aura for the kiting. Level 2 Nova for the chip damage over time. Gold difference in the mains. Not actually that much. Only 500 gold difference. Thought it would be more. Did Lucifer get a TP? No. Still riding it solo. No TP. Farseer with an orb as well. Plus 24 damage. This has been very well done from Starbuck. the decision making this game. And look at the positioning on the Farseer. He's just chipping away 2 ghoul kills. Almost. Perfect stuff from Starbuck. Just beautiful play. He's going into Bloodlusted Mass Wind Riders, which is more or less the ultimate army. But eventually he's going to be forced to fight. I wonder, he's probably going to be forced to fight before he's got Shamans with Bloodlust, realistically. Because he's almost a minute away from that. And Lucifer says, if you can chip, I can chip too. Starbuck's got to go soon. Wind Riders. I don't know if there's any positioning, though. The main is running out of health, and yeah, see, there's no Shaman out yet. He surrounds the DK? Okay, never mind. He fights his way out. The DK is too tanky. He's just simply too tanky. Purge on the Destro. Could easily go down, but he doesn't get a repurge, unfortunately. Wind Riders. Get Nova, speed scroll away. Does manage to web one, but a purge on the Fiend. That's going to be a 1-for-1. Look at the Shadow Hunter. Heal wave. Fiend goes down, Destro goes down, but everything is webbed out of position. Starbuck has to commit to the fight now, too. Does he have heal scrolls? 1 heal scroll left. Another Wind Rider was morphed. Howliter, was it used? I don't think Howl has actually been used yet on the Pit Lord. Hard to tell who's actually winning, but I see 3 Fiends still alive. Coil on one of them to live. Bloodlust on some of the Wind Riders. 46 against 32. Coil saves that Fiend. We're down to just 3 heroes. Well, he did manage to get Bloodlust out. He only needed 1 Shaman to Bloodlust everything. Damn, just too messy of a fight. Way too messy of a fight for Lucifer. trying to purge the Fiend. Does get it. Gets a web off. Trying to focus the Farseer away. The Farseer's the one with the orb, so... But he has purge from the Shamans now, too. Coil, Frost Armor, Howl of Terror. Hex on the on the Lich. So he gets the heal wave off because he couldn't attack the Wind Rider when it was in the air. Really nice game from Starbuck here to come back. Like, he was within seconds of losing his main. He had no more time to play patiently. And look at all these corpses. These are not Wind Riders. Wind Riders don't leave corpses. Martarazzi, thank you for the almost 4 years, the 46 months. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Yeah, the Destros were a little bit unfortunately microed. The first one got purged and then killed. The second one got morphed and not really microed back. I want you to listen to the words I'm about to say, Undead players, okay? Destros are the raiders of Undead, okay? I want you to take that and I want you to think about that hard. How do we treat raiders? We need to treat Destros just like that. And not Coltrane, but Coltane. Thank you for the 53 months. How you doing? Appreciate that. Sold both claws. Tiny Great Hall, baby.
A player's forces are under attack.
Last of the creeps are gone. That's it for creeps, right? Lucifer. 49 against 50. It's not an impossible fight at all. Destros this time. Get the Devour on the Bloodlust. Howl of Terror. One Destro dead. One Wind Rider dead. Is there another Nova? Not yet. Does get the Devour. Nice micro, or at least better micro on the Wind Riders this time. Or on the Destro this time. See the Devour again. This Destro does live, actually. Nope. Let's get one more kill. Are all the Wind Riders just dead all of a sudden? Wait a second. Starbuck. Maybe overconfident. Is there a potion of vulnerability? Gotta be careful with the Lich. Coil. Another Destro morphed. Devours both Wolves and the Bloodlust. No, it's 28 against 42. The heroes are doing a lot for Lucifer, but I think Starbuck has just enough to hold on. One Wind Rider left. One Fiend left gets the web. Fiend's gonna die. Wind Rider, can it be coiled? There is no coil. Nova on the Shadow Hunter that has a potion of vulnerability. We are down to 2 Shamans and then heroes for both, but the Tiny is mining. No towers or burrows. We just don't really have any mana, though, unfortunately, for either player, but only one of these two is mining with an expansion currently. Purge on the Pit Lord. Frost Armor again. Can be purged, of course, away, though. Always going for the kill. And just like that, there's more Wind Riders in. Coil in 12 mana. He's trying to deny the Pit Lord. That's all he can do. So close yet so far. Speed Scroll now. Aggressive Purge. Wonder Negation is on the wrong hero. He's got a Coil. Okay, there we go. Purge, though, and it's dead. Farseer a little bit out of range now. Is there Purge on the Shamans? There is! Mana Pot? Something? No gold. He does get it! Oh my god, saves the Lich. And 2 Fiends all of a sudden web both Wind Riders. Statues here all of a sudden. Wait a second. Coil saves that Fiend. Destro morphed again. Lucifer fight into the very, very bitter end. But there's so many Wind Riders. The macro. There's 2 more coming in as well soon. Yo, Flushfinger, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. We're just seeing the tail end of game 2 of Lucifer versus Starbuck. Just barely holds on there, Lucifer. I mean, he's mining, so it's a very tough game still for Lucifer, but to not lose there, very impressive. Main bases are going to be out in a second. More than a second for Lucifer. He's got a little bit more gold. If only the Lich was level 5, that would be a big turn of events. The Shamans are pretty crazy. You don't often see Bloodlusted Wind Riders in this matchup, but pretty sick. Lucifer's pretty much only got one option, all in. And because of that, Starbuck should... I wouldn't be surprised to see Starbuck, if only he had the lumber, just start building 4 towers here. But he doesn't have the lumber right now. In fact, he doesn't have the lumber to build any more units, really, other than some shamans. But he managed to get up to 60 supply. I think that's enough Wind Riders, to be honest with you. He's selling the main. Eating an Acolyte. Yeah, he needs mana on the Lich big time. He's selling the main because he doesn't really need anything. Did he already buy mana pots? He did. This is the all-in. This is the last stand of Lucifer. Destro's in the air. Fiend coming out. Maybe a heal scroll from the shop, which is probably going to be stolen by Starbuck. Yep. There it is. Wolves see everything coming. Almost level 6 on the Shadow. I mean, Starbuck could still lose a hero. If Starbuck loses a hero, the game is over. Like, especially if the Shadow Hunter dies, Starbuck will lose. And the Farseer's super out of position. Coil misses. I think he should have gone with the aggressive Coil, because if he doesn't kill a hero, he's not winning this fight. The ultimate on the Shadow Hunter is insane. He actually uses it. That does purge all of the Bloodlust away. Mass purge on the Lich. Kite's out of range of the ultimate. Breaks the ultimate. That's a lot of mana used, but it was, I think, for the content more than anything. Hex now on the Lich. There's just too much stuff. I think he really needed to commit for that Farseer kill. He tried to coil a Destro and miscoiled on it. Should have just, like, the Farseer was hell out of position. He should have just gone for the kill. But nice try to Lucifer. Really good comeback from Starbuck. Starbuck will be in the grand finals against Chaemiko now. It's some good stuff. It's some real good stuff we just saw. Lucifer, a good day. Well played, but the Orc of Starbuck proven to still be super strong. Despite us not really seeing him versus Undead all the time. Really, really solid games there. And we got one more series left. Oh, let's go back to this. We should. That game deserves to look at this a little bit longer, doesn't it? The Farseer just does so much for Starbuck. He always gets a ton of damage on that bad boy. All right, one more break because I got to pee real bad, and then we'll be back with our grand finals. Starbuck against Chaemiko. 3-minute break. Won't take long. We'll be back. Best of 5. Orc versus human. Stay tuned. BRB. Welcome back, everybody. Best of 5 grand finals, the last series of the day. Chaemiko versus Starbuck. Were there any real doubts these two would be in the grand final? It will be a human mirror. No orc from Starbuck, and I blame you guys because you voted for the maps, okay? You voted for this. You wanted this. We knew. You knew, I knew, we all knew, okay? Human mirror. But it should be, I mean, human mirror between Chaemiko and Starbuck, I mean, come on. You're spoiled if you complain about that, alright? You're spoiled. Back in the day, we used to watch 144p FP VODs from Sky just to get a glimpse of the game at a professional level, okay? Spoiled. Here we go, game number 1, best of 5. Archmage. For both. We'll see if there's any fast expansions for either. Chaemiko will be in the blue, and Starbuck is going to be in the red. I watched Chumpesque. Now that is a goated YouTube channel. I'm spoiled with that funky AFK music. Hell yeah. Militia being called for both. We're looking for claws +8. We're looking for rings of regen. Perfect creeping, it looks like. A little bit even more perfect for Starbuck here. He got a ring, unfortunate. Chaemiko, talisman. Both not going to be happy with those items. If they were my opponents, they would have got claws +8 ring of regen, of course. Of course they would.
A player's forces are under attack.
And we keep on creeping. This plus a militia creep here would be level 3. We'll see what Starbuck decides to go with. He is already teching. Oh, the footman's on hold position. I'm surprised he didn't just keep it attacking it. Claws of attack found. Chaemiko, he tends to like more defensive creep routes. Whereas most other human players will go for very aggressive split creeping with militia, Chaemiko always stays close to home. And like, look, Starbuck's going to get level 3 now off of this. And Chaemiko is defensive, but he is down a camp. Because he doesn't take one aggressively on the map and then another one with militia. He's trying to now. But Starbuck's level 3 is about to pop here in a sec. Chaemiko has to get this whole camp before he's going to be able to do a level 2 water elemental spawn. There's level 3. Arcane Tower, 20 seconds away. Tech, by the way, a little bit ahead for Starbuck. Even a lot of bit ahead, maybe 20 seconds or so, looking at it. And we see Starbuck is just up a water elemental, but he did manage to lose a bunch of health on his Archmage somehow. Maybe that Talisman of Evasion coming into play for Chaemiko. Militia called. This water elemental close to expiring. Also could be denied. Denies it. Nicely done. And back at home. 40 seconds. Yeah, so about 20 seconds tech advantage for Starbuck. Doesn't really make that big of a difference in this matchup, but it could. If the Mountain King was out 20 seconds earlier for Chaemiko, maybe this pressure ends 20 seconds sooner. It's still very healthy, but that can all change in a matter of seconds. If you miss Micro your Archmage for 1 second and let it get auto-attacked, it will be less healthy than Starbuck. So you imagine the impact of a Ring of Regen here for either player, right? It's just... I always harp on how good the item is, but it really is so good. Game-winningly good. And this is the main map where you find it early. Double Sanctum for Starbuck, good macro, both being power built, Mountain King on the way. Starbuck going to be up about a caster. 1 cycle of units, it looks like. Chaemiko, Double Sanctum, soon enough. Oh, Chaemiko behind a lot on his Sanctums. He needs to start those. And why is his Lumber... I guess he had to call Militia a little bit, but his Sanctums are hella late, man. I don't say hella late lightly either. Just that's the only way I can verbally say how late they are. Second Sanctum coming up, but look at this. Priests already on the way. Chaemiko gets the lab, which is nice. Greater mana found. Starbuck looks like he's going to go for his lab. I think it'll probably be lab into expansion. Chaemiko gets boots of speed. And Chaemiko's expecting the expansion creep right now, but Starbuck is going to do it after this camp, most likely. But look, by the time the Sanctums are done for Chaemiko, Starbuck's already going to be starting, like, finished his adept training. It's insanity. It's crazy mode. Oh, gotta be careful with the Archmage. Okay, Bolt, though, on the Water Elemental instead. That's a clean decision. Makes things easier. No deny, unfortunate. Bolt. There might be just enough of a gap on that Archmage to get away. But there is another attempt at the Bolt. Not with Boots of Speed, though, so just... some time bought by Chaemiko. Mountain King is creeping and has a scroll. Look at that efficiency there. Chaemiko being pretty naughty here with the Archmage, if I do say myself. Bolt again. I think he's got a gap. Just might get the surround. Yeah, nicely done from Starbuck. That's a TP. But, I mean, it's a TP. He did delay quite a bit. Obviously, it's better for Starbuck, but it was good delay by Chaemiko. He's got a lot of space to catch up on his Mountain King levels because of how delayed his tech and his Sanctums were.
A player's forces are under attack.
Starbuck is just ahead in every regard. His expansion's coming up. He's got more experience. He's got a healthier army. Chaemiko, is there a blacksmith coming up? Is he not going to expand? Last preference was human except for the mirror. It's to do with the map pool. There's Warhail and there's Scrimmage in this map pool. And Hammerfall is a good human map against Orc. And there's also, what's the other one? Hammerfall, Springtime, Warhail. Oh, Shallow Grave. Also a decent human map against Orc. So like 4 out of 5 of the maps are good for human against Orc. They might even be vetoes. So that's why he's playing human. Starbuck killing the shop, which stops the breaker production. And the expansion is up for Starbuck. Chaemiko still not going for an expansion. Gonna kill one priest. Nicely done. Water Elemental. Not quite surrounded. Could bolt it. Just needs one auto attack. Oh, the creeps! I don't care what kind of advantage you have if you lose 3 priests like this. This priest. Oh, he didn't bolt it. Okay. An Archmage is being split off over here to the Expo. Zeppelin drop into the main. Things are spicing up quite a bit. Zeppelin drop here. And Chaemiko kind of locked out of his own base. But the expansion's being pressured. Given enough time. I like that he split off priests so that he can actually kill the tower with the magic damage. Starbuck with good pressure, though, going to kill one priest. Here, Militia called. Things could get messy in this game. Tower did go down. Priests. Oh, nice from Starbuck to have priests there, but he's losing one of them. TP back now. Where is the Mountain King? I don't know where the MK is, actually. There he is. Starbuck seems to be pretty healthy still. He did lose a priest here, and obviously lost 2 priests earlier. Don't know. He lost just a couple of footmen in the main base. But now Chaemiko going to continue this pressure. He is definitely staying one base at this point. Clap! In fact, clap level 2. is an interesting choice. Or a level 2 online soon enough, and that will help support the clap. He also has a greater mana. I think that influences decision. Water Elementals. Or a level 2 already unlocked for Starbuck. There's the greater mana. Oh, the split on the Footman. You see that. And the micro back on the breakers. Heal scroll as well to save that breaker. Really sick micro from Starbuck. Just doesn't seem like Chaemiko has enough. He's down 15 supply already. Oh, and invul right before the bolt. The micro is just really clean for Starbuck. Heal scroll saves the MK. Push on vulnerability swapped over, but GG is called. There's no real way. And it's 1-0 for Starbuck. Clean game from Bucky. As expected. Now we go into Warhail. Okay, game number 2. Let's see how Warhail goes. Will we have the captain of the Seven Seas bless us with a boat in game 2? Bottom left is Starbuck in the red again. The blue again in the upper right is Chaemiko. Much bigger map. Could see a Mountain King first. It's possible. Could see fast expansions, definitely, with Archmage or Mountain King. Oops, sorry. Oh. Starbuck needs a minute. Yes, this map, definitely. Expansion down here, very common. But both players also might want to go for their mercenary camps, which is here and here. There are many options on a big map like this. And the altars are done in 1 second. We don't get to see the heroes yet. Nobody gets to see the heroes. Is there any other strats in Mirror? Yeah, there is tier 3 strats. There's Mountain King first. You could have Mountain King Mirror, and both players go Griffins and Flying Machines. We've seen that on Terran Stand in the past. The most interesting probably is tier 3 against tier 2. One player expands, the other goes tier 3 and tries to push, and the other one builds like Sorks and tries to kite. So Archmage for both. But also seeing Mountain King is a lot of fun as well. Mountain King first. There used to be an old strat sometimes where you'd go Archmage, Naga, Paladin, and go tier 3. Yo, Hellfire, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate that. How you doing? Footmen going across towards the Merc camps. Is it we're going to see a Merc camp pull? For Starbuck seems to be a no, but for Chaemiko it is a yes. He will be pulling the Merc and creeping it. There's the pull. Starbuck, I don't know what his plan is. Maybe immediate expansion? We'll find out.
A player's forces are under attack.
It looks like immediate expansion creep. Maybe an immediate 3-farm expo as well. Whereas Chaemiko is going to probably have more experience. Chaemiko did get the Murloc. This is his. Footman being a little bit annoying. No steal there, though. Don't worry. And the Murloc is healing up the militia that may have died in the back. Nicely done. Level 2. All the experience to him. Sobi Mask as well. Starbuck is expanding. Being a little bit annoying. Oh, trying to block. He does. Look at the micro from Chaemiko. The clean block gets the footman kill. Guaranteed here. Damn, that was crisp, dude. That was super crisp. This punishes the overextension of the footman. I mean, it buys a lot of time, the footy, but still it kills a kill. That's cash money right there. And Chaemiko does scout the expansion. What is his choice now? He can get Mercs as well. I think Chaemiko's going to opt for the more aggressive play as opposed to a counter expo. Militia creeping over here. I think it's going to take double militia creep. He's going to have to militia this and militia this for level 3. Footman does go down as well. Both players around the same amount of experience once these militia are done creeping. Will we get a boat? Pendant of Energy versus Sobi Mask. Sobi will win out. It's Murloc healing up the Archmage. Just surround a clean 4-point. And this is a fresh illusion as well. Oh, just when it's looking up for Chaemiko. Starbuck locks in the surround. Chaemiko is avoiding the Talon Portal. Unfortunately, the units ran back in and did get TP'd out, so only 2 footmen are left here. A couple of unfortunate things there. And Starbuck, just like Chaemiko before, these are both surrounded. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good, dude. That's crazy. That's just some crazy plays. What a hotel. Oh my god. Block on the footman at level 3. Tech is now started. Jesus, man. The 4-point surround with the illusion into the double footy surround. It's just money right there. Just money. And this block in the early game, it's like, these guys are microing. But Starbuck, make no mistake, is in a fantastic position now. Chaemiko is going to be struggling here. Maybe a Tavern Hero, could see a Panda, could see like a Fire Lord would be crazy in this matchup, but it's just such a big map, and, you know, picking up a Tavern Hero is going to be way quicker than going for an Altar Hero and walking it across. And yeah, that is going to be the choice. I don't know, what do you go for here? Beastmaster, maybe? Or a Fire Lord? I feel like a Summon Hero is best. Oh, Starbuck again goes for the surround, but doesn't quite lock it in. Tier 2 is about to be done for Chaemiko. Arcane Tower is repaired successfully. Panda. Okay, the most standard hero choice. Panda's coming in. Arcane Tower finishes just before it was going to get canceled. Still being pressured. It's dead. He kills it. Huge find for Chaemiko. Now with the Panda coming in as well. Sobi Mask working for another water elemental. Everybody's working for a water elemental. Panda comes in. Breath of Fire is good value. Double Sanctum coming up. Not so easy, is it, Starbuck? Breath misses. If that was old breath, but new damage, Archmage may have died there. Militia called. Water Elemental sneaks in. Does Starbuck realize? He might not. No, of course he does. Archmage got to be careful. Panda Breath is not to be underestimated nowadays. Arcane Tower 25 seconds away. This Merc is doing God's work right now. Water Elemental again being annoying. I think Chaemiko can get it. That's what Chaemiko has to do, consistently cancel the towers. Starbuck's tech is almost done, though. Is he healing up? Yeah, he has a shop. 22 seconds away. What? Arcane Tower again is up. Footman being pressured. Archmage? Archmage? Realizes. Where's the Purge Creep? Did the Purge Creep die? Starbuck sneakily grabs the Snarecaster, which has slow. Slow. Get ready. Although this Merc healing up the Archmage, I think the play for Starbuck was to call Militia and go for an Archmage kill because there's no TP and it was low. But it's been healed up so much. There are casters coming out, right? Okay, yeah, slowly. I feel like the macro slipped a little bit for Chaemiko. Could see a grunt. It's literally a skeletal orc grunt is just a grunt. We could see one of those purchased. Starbuck supply blocked. He's supply blocked away from a hero, but he's going to lose a peasant soon, so now he isn't. Oh, there's the skeletal orc grunt. Actually, Starbuck was the one that grabbed it. That was a level 4 Archmage. Mountain King coming up. Damn, imagine how this game would have went if there wasn't the surround on the Archmage for the initial harass, right? That was probably a game-saving move from Starbuck. Spell about to finish. Mountain King out pretty soon here. The spell's done. Another water elemental. Healing hasn't been canceled for a long time on this Archmage. Deny. The details are there. Footman defending against Footman. Mountain King is here. Now the priest will be focused down. Chaemiko's breakers on the way. Starbuck with 900 gold, but the supply more or less even. Level 2 on the Panda. That'll be Drunken Brawler, I imagine. Another Bolt will be another Priest, maybe? Yeah, with that Water Elemental, it should be. Another Bolt. Be careful with the MK, though. Oh, MK missed microed. He misses the breath as well. It was dead, I think, actually. But now the Militia block? Okay, he still gets it in the end. Oh my god. I don't know who messed up bigger there, but they both did. At the end of the day, I think all things went how they should have. Now Militia called. Mountain King back in 25 seconds. Tower's coming up. The way is shut. We can't get in, but the water elementals popped over the barricade. Is there a breath to cancel the healing? Not anymore thanks to the breaker feedback. But that's why Panda's a good choice here, because you can still do stuff with Drunken Brawler, and the Mountain King also has Bash, so he's still good for that reason. Surround. Doesn't even really attempt it, does he? Or level 2 means the Bolt's going to be online pretty soon. Arcane Tower coming up, and a farm to blockade as well. Creeps. Okay. Feedback now on the Mountain King. Tower being canceled by the Water Elemental. Good awareness from Starbuck to not let that come up. Panda. Scary position for him. Another Water Elemental needs to be popped over here. He needs to start killing these peasants. He can't allow Starbuck just to mine the whole time, because look at the supply already. Now, some of that, no doubt, is excess peasants and mercs that aren't going to be that good, but he needs to slow down this mining. Maybe if the Panda can get level 3 as well. Breath? Oh, that's a juicy breath. He tried to kill that peasant. Yeah, he does. Arcane Tower, 23 seconds. Mountain King with lots of mana. Mountain King level 2 has Bash now. And the Bash on top of the breaker feedback is really, really good. Arcane Tower 10 seconds away. This is all good time. The Mountain King's surrounded! That's huge. TP out to try to save it. I think it's just dead, though. Level 3 on the Panda. No way he just locked in the surround like that. Arcane Tower's up as well. Oh, man. Again, a Hail Mary from Chaemiko. What a game. What a game here. Mountain King's going to take a while because he's level 2. Just when Starbuck was about to stabilize, he overcommits there. And now Chaemiko looks healthier, but he's kiting away. Arcane Tower doing some serious work. Sophie Mask, I think, is appropriate to be on the Panda now. Yeah, I do confirm Chaemiko did come straight from work to play this tournament, yes. Starbuck 70 against 56. Blacksmith goes down. That's a lot of breakers for Starbuck. That is a lot of breakers. It still might be hard for Chaemiko. Once that Mountain King's back, which he's back pretty much right now. I want to get a count on the peasants. There's actually not that many extra peasants for Chaemiko. Skeletal Orc Grunt is really good. The damage against the breakers is super solid. Militia dealing with the water elemental. And it seems like Starbuck is again stabilizing after that Mountain King loss. Panda just never has the mana that he needs. Or else he could be breathing down these militia. That'd be good, but... Chaemiko, like, look how healthy it is for Starbuck. Arcane Tower now being focused. Mountain King burned with the last gasp from the Arcane Tower. Blacksmith rebuilt to blockade the peasants again that are fully saturated that expansion again. The Skeletal Orc Grunt continues to be microed back. Yeah, I think maybe a more all-in-y hero for Chaemiko could have been good. A Naga, a Fire Lord, something like that. Even a Tinker, maybe. Like, something a bit more committal. Because the Panda's saying, I'm playing a hero that's out of the tavern that's good right away, but also it has the ability to win in the late game. I think you need to go for a full all-in hero. That Grunt finally dies. Oh, Breaker, forgotten about for a second. Mountain King running away. Somehow Chaemiko fights through. 62 versus 76. Chaemiko keeping the supply in a winnable position. Archmage so close to level 5 for Chaemiko as well. But the fire pretty much lands on a water elemental in the Mountain King. Breaker does go down. Upgrades coming in for Starbuck now. But GG is called. He can't break it anymore. A really nice game, but Starbuck still at the end holds 2-0. It was that surround on the Archmage in the early game, man. That was more impactful than the Mountain King surround from Chaemiko. And that's 2-0. In a best of 5, there's one more shot for Chaemiko to get something on the board. Or else we got a 3-0. Or else we have a whole day of sweeps, actually. And it isn't even good late game. Well, the strength of Panda late game is just killing buildings. Really. With mass TP and stuff like that, you know? Lucky allowed to switch from race from map to map. No, you declare a race at the start. And that's it. Springtime will be the next map. The only question is, will it be the final map? Now I have everybody's working for the weekend stuck in my head. It's my own doing, truly. Do other tournaments allow swap after loss? There has been tournaments that have, yes, but they're really not common. Game number 3. Upper left, Chaemiko. Trying to get a win. Trying to get a map. Bottom right, Starbuck. Some adversity in that game, though, right? Some adversity. I feel like there are a couple of mistakes. One, the surround, obviously, for Chaemiko in the early game was rough. And two, I think his Sanctums laid idle for a little while. And those first couple priests are precious, right? One thing Chaemiko also could have thought of doing is... Now, Warhail isn't that common of a map, so it's hard to think of this, but before your tier 2 hits, call 2 militia and run them across the map and build the Sanctums forward on the map. If you're going to go for an all-in, you might as well do that too. But hey, not everyone can have the brain like I do, okay? I don't know where you'd build them. I don't know where the real estate to build on a map with so much water is. Maybe it's not possible, but it's worth thinking, you know? Tournaments which allow gamers to switch race is more interesting. Well, those also favor the, like, 3 people that play multiple races in tournaments, right? If you want to see Infi and Starbuck win everything, I guess. For everybody else, they're just going to stick to one race.
A player's forces are under attack.
Merc Camp Creep versus Green Camp. Again, a more passive approach. Oh, never mind. The most aggressive approach for Chaemiko. Goes towards the center as well. So yeah, consistently differing creep routes for both. That's level 2. That's good items for the Archmage. Starbuck gets a ring. Not ideal, but might help with these trades. Level 2. Chaemiko already into the main. Starbuck with a 4th farm. Is he going to expand again? Or are we going to see a tech in 100 gold? Chaemiko trying to steal the mammoth here. I think he successfully will get the experience. No, Starbuck got the XP. Chaemiko got the item, which sometimes the item's even more important. Not to mention his Archmage is now surrounded. That's a TP out. Both are getting surrounded. Oh, Chaemiko was so close to having a clean getaway there. And if he was able to get away with a lot of HP, he could have kept on pressuring the Archmage of Starbuck. But now he's taken so much damage that he actually has to back away because Starbuck has the priest. Running ring around the Rosie. Priest is going for a block. Chaemiko knows he has to TP, so he tries to get the priest before he has to, but damn, the recovery from Starbuck after getting surrounded to re-surround. Oh, he's got to cancel the shop. Grand a disaster. Uh-oh. And Starbuck's going to be like full HP because he's got a priest. He can just bring the priest in and heal up that Archmage. No problem. I don't have high hopes for the future of Chaemiko. Power building a shop is never a good sign. And Starbuck's going to be level 3 very soon. Chaemiko trying to get this green camp for level 3. Starbuck. I mean, if he gets like a greater mana or Skull the Beast or something, he could just end, maybe. Push from vulnerability is okay as well. There's level 3 Archmage, who is healing up. Item on the ground, Sentry Wards. Doesn't really have the ability to kill them. It's 2 footmen going to go down. Okay, tier 2 done for Chaemiko. Going to have a much faster Mountain King. And not forgetting his Sanctums. I feel like they've been a little bit late the last 2 games, but this time around right away. Not power building, though. Starbuck goes straight to the next shop. And he's got a lot of creepability with this army. Chaemiko not really with a ton of footmen. Would prefer to probably be aggressive right now. But the item's already going to be gone by the time he gets there. scroll the beast. Could be useful sooner rather than later to use that scroll. And it is technically a creep jack, but not really with any impact. Even getting the experience there. Defend online for Starbuck. I think Starbuck could go for some sort of aggressive play with a scroll the beast, but maybe we'll save it. Maybe we'll sell it. Who knows? Mountain King's here. Scroll the beast is used. As soon as the Mountain King shows up, he pops the scroll and says, okay, I'm ready to fight. You got Bolt? I got 25% extra damage. And Starbuck goes for tier 3. There we go. 3 different strategies from Starbuck in one series. 3 strategies, 3 games. Even when he's not playing Orc, he's going for the content for the people. I mean, he is up 2-0, so he has the luxury of that, but still, Giga Chad. Chaemiko will take advantage of his earlier tech and go for the fast expo. So this is what I was saying last game, the most sort of quote-unquote interesting way to play this matchup. One player goes tier 3, the other player goes for a fast expo. And then you sort of have to go Sorks and kite the tier 3 army, all those sort of good things. King with some good creeping. Seems like Inner Fire Knights with maybe a workshop soon. You can also go Griffins, but obviously wouldn't be the best army here against what's going to be Breakers soon. Starbuck, was that a little bit of an inefficient movement there? No, he was placing a ward, but he's not going to creep it. Instead, prefers to creep passively here.
Players' forces are under attack.
Chaemiko with some nice bonus damage, or bonus bash, I suppose, on the Mountain King. And tier 3. Is he going to go for a workshop? Sometimes it could be hard to afford everything. He's got just enough supply to build a paladin, no supply to get a knight, but he could go for Sundering Blades, Animal War Training, then break upkeep with a knight. There's the workshop. So he's going to have to do upgrades first. It's going to take Starbuck a long time to get online if he doesn't trade out some of these mercs and footmen. Because you don't want to break upkeep right away at tier 3. You're never going to have the resources to get everything you need. He doesn't even have gold right now to barely get a staff. So he should try to make an aggressive move with the few mercs he has and footmen that he has. Trade him out, and then he doesn't have to break upkeep with one knight. You know what I'm saying? Chaemiko has an expansion up and online, and he should break upkeep ASAP. With Sorks as well. I don't know if he's aware Starbuck's playing tier 3, but he might be. Slow defend footman going across the map. No TP for Chaemiko, but Red Camp down. Mountain King still somehow not level 3. Starbuck looking for a nice aura. That's also really good. Medallion, strength, mana, good things. Chaemiko counterattacking. Paladin is here. He can't staff himself, so a Stormbolt surround would mean a kill. Does he lock it in? 4 point? Close. Very close. Chaemiko aware that maybe a mortar team's coming out of here, but it's upgrades first, as mentioned. Starbuck is breaking upkeep with the single knight. And this is all time making for Chaemiko. Is he going to kill the work? I think he could commit to the workshop. It's a good play. Because he's just going to TP out anyway before the fight. Workshop goes down. No mortar teams. He finished frag shards, but he's got to rebuild that workshop. And notice Starbuck's already broken upkeep, so his economy isn't cooking. It isn't cooking at all. Like, he might not even rebuild the workshop. It's just going to be too slow. He's barely got any lumber. He's barely got any gold. I think he might just have to go. with what he has. Chaemiko has no town portal. Has no Mountain King level 3 just yet. Needs a single kill to do so. Surprised Chaemiko doesn't have more supply right now. Getting Adept for the Sorks. That's incredible to me that he's doing that. He does not seem prepared for this fight, but let's see. Stormbolt on the MK right away. Blocking the surround. Holy Light to continue the surround. Mountain King level 3. Bash. Mountain King does barely get out alive. Water Elemental's over here. Bolt again on the MK. That was baited, though. Sort coming in. No breakers, so slow can only be dispelled. Mountain King, careful. Bolt again on the MK. Has to block it. Is there anything to save the MK? Heal Scroll there. Water Elementals do expire eventually. Do we have any Militia to be called? Some Militia could be called. There's a little bit of lumber for Chaemiko. A Knight is paired off into the Peasant line. Breaker about to die. Holy Light on the Priest that was about to die. Bolt again on the MK. He's got lots of mana on his Mountain King Starbuck, so he can keep on bolting. That's Aura level 2 working. Knight is shutting down the expansion. Mountain King. Invis. Okay, well, Adept is now justified. Bolt now on the Paladin. Needs to keep healing up that Mountain King. Paladin slowed. Paladin, will it be staffed out? Last second. Very precise stuff from Starbuck. Bolt now on the Berserker. Needs to be careful with Mountain King from Chaemiko. One footman goes down. Berserker should fall. Mountain King now surrounded. He has a big potion of vulnerability, though. So he should be okay. But he will take a lot of feedback damage if he doesn't invul early. Does, right away. Expansion still shut down. 65 against 59. Still room to play for both players. Paladin will be on his way back soon. He's almost healed up full at home. Mountain King gets re-surrounded. Invul pots up. There is a bolt. Is there anything that can be passed? Heal Scroll is staff off cooldown. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2. There's another bolt. 1. Bolt, staff out. Oh, man. 1 more second and that Mountain King's probably dead. But now the Mountain King's out of the fight. Knight goes down. Archmage is bolted. He's going for the big plays. Zeppelin could be purchased. I thought he was just going to bolt a priest and take the free kill, but he wants it all. Got no more bolts. Should really just take what he's given here, Chaemiko. He's going for the win right now. He's not going for a couple of units. He's going for the win. There is a bolt. Again for the Archmage. He's literally just trying to kill the guy. Slow now. Needs to be dispelled. Holy Light. Is there a bash? Re-slow. Mountain King is not fully healed up yet, so he will not be back. Holy Light again. Staff is off cooldown. Could pass to the Paladin. Chaemiko could have killed like 3 priests, but instead he decided to go for the Archmage like that. Will that end up being a mistake? For now, he's still getting kills. Mountain King's back. Bolt on the second mortar team. Staffed out. Chaemiko, is he mining again? Just started mining again. Don't count your chickens or whatever. I feel like Chaemiko should have just taken the kills. Like, I respect the killer instinct to go for the Archmage there, but he could have killed everything. He could have killed a Knight. He could have killed 2 priests at least. Retrains to Blizzard. Bolt on the Archmage to stop the Blizzard. Oh, mispositioning there. Jesus. But he has Invis. Oh, both heroes a little bit out of position. Mortar teams, 2 of them are going to start doing a lot of damage. And Chaemiko just kind of getting out of there.
A player's forces are under attack.
If he got the Archmage kill, the game was over, but he gave up any sort of advantage he would have gotten. Trying to block maybe that Knight? No. Now these farms are blocking any future knight from going in there. 63 versus 63. But positioning is important. If the mortar teams get value, if the blizzard gets value, that's what both players are looking for. 3 mortar teams is insane, though. It really is. Blizzard doing a lot. Mountain King low, but the Mountain King for Starbuck is out of mana. Oh, look at the morts, man. Yeah, nice positioning from Starbuck. Chaemiko has a heal scroll. 2 of them, in fact. Paladin? Yeah, looking for the Paladin kill. Staff is going to be used. No mistake there. Staff is going to be used. Divine Shield. Or was that an Invul Pop pass? No, that was Divine Shield. Jesus. Doesn't need to burn the staff just yet. Kiting continues. Mortar team's killing the farm so the knights can get in. Blizzard on the morts now, but immediately bolted. And the way is open again for the knights to go in. The mortar teams killing everything. GG and 3-0 for Starbuck. It was close. I mean, he went for the big play, Chaemiko. If he gets the surround. If he gets the surround, we're going to game 4, but he didn't get it. Nice try to Chaemiko. Well played as always, a Starbuck. And GG's. That's it. Starbuck wins January. We'll see who wins February. Message players. GG's, guys. Thank you. Was super easy peasy. It was Invul Pot, was it? I thought it was Divine Shield. I misread. So we passed the Invul then. All right, 3-0. Shout out to the players, man. They made it really easy today. Like every single time we finished a game on stream, immediately in the Discord, they're like, let's go vetoes. So shout out all the players. Super easy, super quick, super smooth. Fun to cast, and that's it. So the War 3 Champions map pool is changing. So we're not going to do a map vote today. So that's it. There's no map vote. Because I'll do the map vote like off stream or something. I don't know what the map pool is going to be tomorrow. So we don't know what it's going to be next week. So we're not going to vote for anything. Because chances are like Warhail and Scrimmage might be out. So we might just replace those with new maps and play the new maps next week and then redo the vote. So, yeah. Because next week's going to be a new season. Yeah, it was close. We almost had... There was almost 2 times we had another game. Like the Warhail... The first game, sure, was mostly Starbuck. But, yeah, there was opportunity, man. Opportunity. And before Amazonia's back... If Amazonia's back, next week's Weekly Cup will be... only on Amazonia. I promise you that, okay? But yeah, you guys can sign up. That's it for the finals. So the next Weekly Cup is going to be on the 1st of February. And then the 8th and the 15th and the 22nd. February is a short month, though. So 22nd will be the last cup. So you guys can sign up. The top 6 from those 3 cups on the 1st, the 8th, and the 15th will qualify for the 22nd for what we did today. Bonk. If you win a cup, you'll qualify. If you have enough points, you'll also qualify. That's how Kevin got in. That's how Kevin got in. Death Note got in. And Lucifer got in, I think. Those 3. So you could be the one that qualifies with points. You could be. I think it was like, if you had like 8 points, you qualified. And I think you get 3 for getting to the quarterfinals. Just get to the quarterfinals 3 times. And maybe we'll see you next month. New season, new beginnings. Exactly. So if you want to see the schedule for the rest of the week, you can go to backtowarcraft.com. That'll bring you to this page. Woo! Check it out. Dolphin Super League. over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you might be saying, like, that seems kind of boring. It ain't. It's the greatest players in all the world. Spoiler alert, we're going to go to the Wikipedia if you don't know the results from today. We're going to go to Wikipedia. We're going to check it out. Look at this. Look at the players. Look at the player list. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Absolutely incredible. These are the players that are playing. These are the players that are playing. Who's casting Super League tomorrow? I don't know. Hopefully Neo doesn't have to cast with the flu again. But I will bring the ring to Mordor if it is needed of me, okay? I will. But chances are Remo Demo probably tomorrow. 1x Undead? 3x Undeads. What do you mean? There's 3 of them. But anyway, yeah, lots of good games, which is happening every single day of the week at the same time, same place, right here. Casted every single day, so that is on our schedule for this week. Weekly Cup resumes next week as well. I mean, Orc, well, yeah, if you count, Lynn is the only Orc, it's true. If you want to see how you can support the stream, backtowork.com/support. Definitely support it because Neo woke up with a flu today to stream for you guys, god damn it. Don't support it because of me, support it because that guy had his robe hood over his headphones like this, and he was crumpled up in a ball casting, barely able to speak. Jesus Wheezes, that was probably a horrific nightmare for him. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. So you can check out our Patreon because of that. You can give us a Twitch sub, YouTube memberships like a Twitch sub on YouTube, direct donations, crypto donations, or merchandise as well. If you want a hoodie to wear while you are sick, you can go to the merchandise page for the Back to Warcraft. And support it. Support Neo. Support Remo. They work really, really hard. And, you know, I'm here on Sundays. Any more Minesweeper streams? Yeah, I probably won't stream today, but I will be back tomorrow on my stream, twitch.tv/Carson with 3 N's. I stream there pretty much every day these days. And then Sundays I'm here, so. But yeah, pretty much every day. I will be back tomorrow with the ladder reset. I'll be grinding Orc for, you know, at least tomorrow, maybe the day after that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And that's it. Short little cup, but GG's to everybody. We'll raid somebody so you have more Warcraft. I appreciate you guys. I'll pay out the prediction. No map vote today. And I'll see you next week or tomorrow for a new season. Oh, I already paid out the prediction. Never mind. For a new season of War 3 Champions. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Who do we raid? Who do we raid? Is Starbuck streaming? Where's my Twitch people? Say So's streaming. I'll raid Say So. Hell yeah, I'll raid Say So. Unless there's another tournament going on, I don't think there is. But I'll raid Say So all the way. Is there another tournament? If there's no other tournament, it's Say So. No, that's it. Okay, it's Say So. Everybody say Giga Chad in his chat. I think he's playing No Rush. So that should be fun. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for watching. Appreciate ya. Bye.